All right, here we go. This week we had a chance to sit down with Justin Mulford, aka Mulfs. He's got a really interesting perspective on life. I first met him when he was riding Big Bear. He looked like a little Junior Bacon Chris Bradshaw, and he was a member of the illustrious Midget Mafia. A great time in snowboarding, but he has since taken his snowboarding approach to Moto and basically filmed street Moto video parts where he's jumping down Hollywood High, Staples Center, all these iconic skate spots on a dirt bike. It's really, really impressive. He also talks about being in a UK prison for 6 months. It's truly inspirational, the lessons that he learned from that experience. I think you guys are going to love this show. But before we get into it, I got to give a huge thank you to all the sponsors for coming on board. We got Woodward, Pub Beer, Bubs Naturals, Yeti, Nidecker, and Arbor. Thank you guys for supporting the show. And lastly, we finally launched runthroughawall.com. We've made Run Through a Wall a separate company. It's its own entity. We're trying to make it into a legit brand. I don't know if we're going to succeed or not, but we're having fun doing it. So check out runthroughawall.com. We got dipped gloves. We got the 100-pack of salts, the barrels on there. We got nasal strips, great for all athletics. We're talking running. We're talking hockey. We're talking sleeping. So check out runthroughawall.com. Use promo code BOMBHOLE, and you'll get 15% off your order for a limited time. Runthroughawall.com, promo code BOMBHOLE, 15% off. Let's get into it. The Mulfs episode. Here we go.
You are listening to the
Hey, MFM. See you on the lips. Back attack, dude.
Bon voyage!
Get that damn car off of the hill.
Slide down them big hills. You know what I mean? On the big, nice burgundy snowboard.
Okay, welcome to the Bomb Hole, which is presented by Run Through a Wall, the greatest company on planet Earth. Today, co-hosting in studio, we got Justin Meyer, a.k.a. Darth Meyer, a.k.a. the creator of Videograss. What's happening, Darth?
Living.
Happy
Good.
to have you in booth.
Yeah. This is a new seat for me.
Yeah, last time you were in Raymer's Corner wearing the Darth Vader mask.
Yeah.
Exactly, Halloween edition.
Yeah.
And we got no Silk today, unfortunately. Can't make it. He'll be out of town. But we do have Justin Mulford in studio. What's happening, Justin?
What's up, boys?
So
Finally made it.
I love to see it. We've been talking about doing this show for a while, but what brings you to Salt Lake, Mulfs?
We're on a little road trip with the boys and also X Games for Niger and stuff like that, but it's kind of more focusing on hitting the streets and taking a week out here, taking a week out in Denver, then slow driving back. So it'll be like 2-3 weeks trying to stack clips as much as we can.
Nice. So Nigel's skating in the streets and all your other boys, and then you're just riding a dirt bike in the streets.
Yep. We got Damo, Walker, and David, Loy, and then Clive's pulling up. A couple other people were pulling up. We had a bigger crew, but things kind of fell off a little bit, but most of them are coming by today or tomorrow.
Cool.
For the rest of the trip.
Well, I just want to jump right into a skate clip from Dead Man Walking where Nigel smiths the rail at Hollywood High and you manual down the rail and all that, and you jump the stairs with him.
Yeah.
How is that session where skating and moto sessions are happening simultaneously?
Dude, that's kind of how it started. You know, like for me, like coming back into riding, and you know, I kind of started with, you know, I got my bike again, and then I'd tow them into spots, and I would just kind of like fuck around, you know what I mean, around to do something here and a little there, and I'm like, you know what, I could probably film a video part. And actually, the first person that actually gave me the idea to do that is Meyer, because he's like, dude, you ever get a chance to do X Games real moto, like let me film it. I'm like, fucking no problem, you know. But the thing at Hollywood, we were just cruising, and I mean, I wanted to manual the rail, but I also wanted to like manual the flat and then, you know, pop off the thing. Had a couple ideas, and the manual the rail was kind of like out of left field. I just saw the math looked like I could do it, you know, like just, you know, getting down to the bottom, like kissing the rail, like barely grabbing it, but and like I hooked the rail like you're doing like a back 5-0 on a snowboard, you know, so it's like it felt cool, but like I could do a little bit more with that. I feel like, you know, it's just, I think it was more of the you know, the homage of just fucking at Hollywood 16, you know, so.
Was it hectic with 450 just barking in the middle of Hollywood?
Yeah, because they're fucking, they're stressing on me because I'm like, I'm confident with myself, but like what I'm doing is like, if you don't, you're not really used to doing that yourself. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, chill out. Like, and I just tried to tell me to chill out like every 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, no, dude, stop telling me to chill out. I'm trying to get focused.
How's that kick out?
Yeah, you don't kick out. You just can take a
No,
beat
no.
down.
I mean, like the security. Like,
dude,
You're not kicking your bike out.
that's the thing with the moto. Like, we're like in Hollywood too, so everyone thinks we're filming a movie. So no one's calling for one, and then for
true.
two, like I move so fast on the dirt bike. It's not like you pop a trick on a skateboard and then eat shit and have to like kind of crawl yourself back up, or vice versa. Snowboarding, and it takes time to get to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could like rip like 6 or 7 times before that one extra place comes.
Well, yeah,
you
and
know?
it's so out there that people are, they just assume you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, like I've missed mad shots because I'm so on it. Like they're like, wait, hold on. I'm like, dude, no, we gotta go. We're like robbing a bank here. We're gonna,
Yeah.
You know, we don't got much time. I don't, because you know, like at that time, like we didn't really know what could happen, and I was kind of was pretty smooth about getting away with stuff because I was like in and out of there, you know. And then most of the time, the cops were like super cool if I ever dealt with anything with cops, but at Hollywood, I didn't have no issues. I think I was in and out of there, but then threw my bike in my van and no one sees the bike, and everyone's like, what happened, you know? Because I had it super lined up to where I could just like ride in and out of my van, and just open up the side door, and I'd ride in the side door and put the bike in the back doors, you know? Yeah, so it's super like clever on that end.
That's amazing. Well, I want to really sink our teeth into that dead man walking or walking dead. What's it called?
Dead man walking.
Dead man walking part later on in the show.
Kind of a heavy name, but yeah.
But before we get into that, I just want to like preface with, you know, I know you as Big Bear, snowboarder, midget mafia, Justin Mulford. Like I always knew you as a snowboarder, but I found out later that you had kind of an illustrious amateur career as a little kid on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
How did that look? How did you get into that?
Basically, my dad was just like, he was a surfer from Huntington Beach. You know, he didn't, you know, he was he like trapped, you know what I mean? He did his own thing and always just surfed and did a show of weed or whatever. You know what I mean? That's just him. He just, you know, and then he always had a hustle or some kind of something. But he got some bikes one time and I was able to ride, and I'd ride with him. I was like, he got me my first bike when I was like 2 years old, ride in the alley or whatever. And he actually would bring me to the track, and he broke his leg, and I was itching to ride all the time. I'm like, dude, I want to ride. Like, but he was broken off, you know? And he finally brings me to the track, and I was like doing good enough to where the dads were like, yo, dude, you guys should come out here and race, like try it out, you know, see how it feels. And my dad's like, you want to race? I'm like, yeah, I want to race. Like, and I raced and won my first race, and it was pretty much written off from there. And, you know, there was pretty good money involved. So my dad's like, come on, let's do this. Like,
How old were you when you first started racing?
6.
Damn. Okay, so you're on a PW 50 or?
No, LEM 50.
Okay.
Yeah, LEM 50. I had a PW 50, but the next bike up was a LEM.
So then you start racing, you start practicing. I'm guessing you probably like got some contingency and were able to make some money.
Yeah, later on, like it took me a little bit of a time to understand like what the hell we're even doing, you know. But like I had the potential, and my dad saw it, and like other people kind of hyped it up. And then I had like trainers like Mike Healy. He started training me, and there's other couple of guys that kind of got involved too. But once I started getting better, and then I started clicking a little bit more around like around the Krusties area, where there was a moment where the Krusty guys were like, we want you to be a freestyle kid, the freestyle guy, free rider. My dad's like, hell no. Like, I see what you guys are up to. Like, you know, but at the time it was a little more hardcore. We didn't know where that was going to go. It's like the cool shit now, but like.
They were partying.
What we were looking for, what my dad's vision and what I liked was not really that yet, because it wasn't really set in stone. It was new, just like anything else is new. It's always kind of like iffy, you know? So my dad was a little bit weirded out about it. Like, he still was cool with all of them and did their shit, but like, I started picking up on the like racing it like pretty heavily, and then I got a Honda ride, and I used to kick it with Josh Grant a lot.
Sick.
And Grant's kind of the one that started pushing me like big time, because like Grant was going through a lot of shit like with family stuff, and my dad was always that kind of there for like on both sides of his family, on the family. But like Josh would come and like hang out with us and be like, you know, he was a little bit older, so he was like way more in tune with like riding and like just knew the whole thing. I come from the beach, he came from like riding all the time, you know.
How old are you at this time?
This is like 11,
Yeah.
12 maybe. Like
You got
10,
a Honda
10.
ride when you were 11?
10 at 11 years old, I got on Honda of Houston, and then it was like a factory Honda shop. So they had a big semi and like the Honda. We were sitting on a semi like I'm like mad young, and then when I got on that ride, I started doing the contingency and I started making a lot of money with the contingency, and then factory Honda was like pretty much right there on my brink, like pretty much was right there for me, but like I was kind of, me and my dad were kind of gnarly, you know what I mean? Like he was pretty rough on me, but like he just wanted it. Like he knew what to do to push me, but it's kind of hard at that moment in those moments. But yeah, I started making a lot of money on a contingency once I started climbing up the ladder up all the way up to about 12, 13 class. Like, and that's when I was like doing really like I was winning all the like local races, like smoking everybody local, but like I had so much pressure on me when I'd go to the nationals, I'd blow it kind of, and then like me and my dad would get into it. And then I stopped for like 8 months. I'm like, I'm over it. Like, I can't do this. And then I lost my Honda ride, but I was making a lot of money with the contingency. Like all the shit I was making, because I was making double of what normal people would be riding. Because anybody that rode a Honda at the time, or if you could sign up and get contingency,
Yeah.
I was making double. So I was making like $300 to $600 a class, and I would do 4 classes a night, and I would sometimes race 3 days in a row, and I would make like $4,200 in a weekend, like at
you're
13
11?
years old.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. How much goes in your pocket and how much was your dad
I mean, it
taking?
was just fluttering, like it was just whatever went in, went out, like so. And then my dad was like also trained from like boxing and like full on we had a full training program at our house. So like we moved to Marietta for a little bit. And so many of like racers have came through to my house and like trained at my house and stuff like that. So he was also running like the kids that were younger than me that looked up to me. He'd like, charge them to come 3 days a week. You know what I mean? So he was making money off of that. Like, you know what I mean? So anything he possibly could to get us to where we needed to go. And then Honda was giving me like 3 or 4 bikes a year, and I would trade them every 6 months. They gave me like one extra one. I mean, I was like, fuck, I don't even remember almost. There was so much shit going on. Like, to be honest, how like, when I like look back at it, I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like, we really like had a lot going on at that age,
Yeah.
I like didn't have a childhood. Like I was like, I would wake up and eat shit and sleep dirt bikes, like whatever it could. Like then training and everything. I was just didn't really have time to be a kid, like for a while. And then, as time went on, it got a little more rough. Right before I was about to be like completely pro, because I did a couple of like pro-am races before I stopped. Like at that time, like it was like 125 intermediate, and like 4 strokes were still kind of coming into play. And I was doing like schoolboy classes and stuff like that. And then, let's see here. It changed up a lot from the 4 strokes. And then me and him, that's when it kind of stopped completely. And then I was bitter because my dad was being like selling my bike, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, fucking lost everything I worked for. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I had to like move up the Big Bear. I was kind of struggling in Huntington a little bit, kind of hanging out with the wrong type of people, and honestly, I was like, I had an epiphany of like, dude, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I need to go. Like, this is probably the best bet to go move up with my mom and Big Bear with my little brothers and snowboard, because I always snowboarded all the time. My brothers barely even snowboarded at the time when I was younger. And I would come up and back and forth, and had a lot of like tug of war stuff with my mom and him too. They're good now, everything's fine now, but like there was times where it was pretty rough, and I had to deal with that, and then losing that, and then coming into snowboarding, and then I was a fucking bitter kid for a while. Like it took me years to like kind of like start to be like nice to myself. Like I fucking hated myself. Like I wasn't really in a good place at all, like technically, and then like snowboarding fucking saved my life in my eyes, like at those moments I was like, holy shit, like I'm so glad I have snowboarding. I have my 2 little brothers, and I got all their friends, and they're all cool, and they make it so sick. I was like, I've lived this codependent life of just fucking so strict, and just making sure my diet's right, my working out's right, going to the track, it never stopped, you know what I mean? So when I got to break away from that and like get away from that little bitter years, like snowboarding was really there for me, like showed me like to like be a little more happier, you know, like I'm independent now. I don't have to worry about this or that or this, or I have to go do this, that, you know what I mean? I was just like, I'm rolling a joint and I'm going snowboarding, you know what I mean? Like, this is sick. I'm like, I have no worries, you know? But like, I mean, I wasn't thinking about what was going on, like industry-wise or anything. I was just trying to figure out my life without losing my mind, you know, at those times, like such a young age, like, and like, you know, looking out for my little brother, seeing when things are going wrong, I say something, you know. But yeah, dude, snowboarding saved my life for sure. I mean, at those moments.
I love that. And I'd love to just like really talk about the difference in cultures between moto and snowboarding. How you kind of mentioned earlier, moto, very structured, and it's also like, it's all about you win or you lose. It's all about the time, the stopwatch, are you're just not fast enough. Like it's like kind of alpha male. Like you're just either you're doing it or you're not, and it's not. And then you take snowboarding, which is this beautiful, completely unstructured sense of self-expression, and you come into that world. It was probably really refreshing.
Oh, it was insane. Because I mean, dude, I like, even with like riding, like just, I'd work a corner for 45 minutes, one corner all day. I'd go there, you know what I mean, over and over and over again, every section, the whole track, every section, to where I got the whole track so down. But in reality, I'm just working on my technique, you know, like, and then getting made to do motos in fucking 100-degree weather in a sweatshirt before Loretta's and like shit like that, where it's like, dude, I'm like, what am I doing to myself? You know what I mean? I'm drinking gallons of water, like what the, this is fucked up. You know what I mean?
What age were you? You had like a cover of some moto magazine or something?
Or what was it?
I had a couple covers.
Because I remember this is when I first moved to Big Bear.
Yep.
I moved in with Denise, Lenny, Anthony, me and Amber. There was
and
like
Joe.
No, this is before that. Well, this was this. We lived with Clayton Shoemaker was living there. I think Mike Burton lived there for a little bit. But
Legend.
I remember your mom would pull out the cover and be like, "This is my other son," and I'd be like, "You got another one?" Be like, yeah, he lives down the hill with his dad. I've never fucking met him. And then Anthony and Lenny were in like 2nd and 3rd grade, I think. And I remember like she's got this whole other child that is like on this program of like motocross champion.
Yeah,
and,
I got a cover for Pickle. I remember that was like right at the end. That was on I'm pretty sure I won a schoolboy thing in Ponca, and that's when I got the cover. But I just got on the 125 because I was like riding like, there was a point where like once I started like transferring over to the bigger bikes, I noticed that I'm like, this is okay. Now things are fucking really clicking, you know? Yeah. Because like the end of my 80 career, like in the 80s, the best finish I got was in the national was like 3rd, but like the first place was like Alessi and Villapoto, and then there was like so many hardcore dudes like Sean Hackley, dude, Drew Gosler,
Cole
Seeley, Josh Hill, fucking dude. The list goes on. There's so many I can't even think of. I even, you know, and then you get to the point where like there was a moment where I raced like in the super mini class at a younger age, like the Dungy was still on 80s and Tomax on it in the, you know, so it's like you got this huge group of kids like from like ages 9 to 15, 16 years old riding in super mini class. So like I got a piece of everybody, you know what I mean? But it was hard. Like the nationals are hard for me because I like came from such a, you know, like area that wasn't so, the tracks weren't so gnarly like that, you know? Like when I got to nationals, I was like I had a really hard time with shit, but.
Dude, we gotta talk about the Crusty 4 Paperboy. You're the Grom. For the snowboarders listening, Crusty Demons is like fucking Mac Dog of like moto videos, right? It's like as big as it gets. And in Crusty 4, you're in the intro as a paperboy riding around a Kawasaki, throwing papers around. How was that experience?
It was crazy. I got to experience some shit at a young age that I shouldn't deal with.
How old were you in that?
I was like 8, dude. I rode for Black Flies and shit, bro. I was like, you know, like, dude, my dad would be like, hold on a second. We're like, we go to like to go get some glasses and stuff, you know? And that's what kind of got it going. It was like Black Flies and the Crusties. That kind of got, and then Seth Enslow and shit. Like he lived right down the street from us. He was good. He started to become good friends with my dad, and he knew that I was like I was ripping and stuff. And he got me on shift in the back of the day. Like I have like the old shift gear and shit. But that shit was like crazy experience at that age, you know. Like I remember like he would tell me to wait in the lobby all the time, and I'm like, I'm so over him telling me to wait in the lobby. Like, what the hell is this? So like one time I kind of follow him in, you know, and you walk in and there's just strippers just racking shit up, blowing weed, and I'm just like, what the hell? Where am I? My dad like fucking picks me up on my shirt, like, what I fucking told you? Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's like the two different lifestyles that you kind of like. Your like mom's lifestyle was one, dad's was a complete separate life, right?
Yeah. My mom was from Brooklyn, so she's all hip hop and like different than my dad's from Huntington, so he's like whole punk rock and like, but you know what I mean, like like rock and roll style, like, you know, his favorite band's Rolling Stones, but you know, he grew up rocking and rolling, you know what I mean? My mom was like doing break dances on a cardboard and like 8 years old. You know, she was a hip hop DJ, bro. Like, yeah. Remember she's a DJ, Meyer?
Shout out D, dude.
DJ Licious, bro.
Oh, your mom's the shit.
Yeah, dude. She took care of all this. She's definitely, I'm surprised how she pulled off a lot of the shit, you know? She did it all for the kid, you know, for me and my brothers, you know, like there was a moment where we were living in a house literally this as big as a studio, and it was like us, them three mostly, you know what I mean? I was living with my dad still, kind of going back and forth, but my mom worked for the Mountain so she can get passes for Anthony and Lenny, and then worked taxi at night to make the extra money. And the guy from the taxi, he loved my mom so much because she saw how much she was working and what she was living in, and you know, she's trying to figure out anything she can to get anywhere she can with everything, you know. And basically, the guy was passing away, and the family wasn't involved with his thing, but my mom knew how to run the whole thing, so she got inherited that taxi company at that time.
Cab company,
yeah, and that saved us like big time because we were fucked. You know what I mean? We like Anthony and Lenny were getting paid, like we weren't getting paid to snowboard. Like there wasn't like money like that yet. Like people weren't really understanding what was going on. Is either you're like here or here. You know, like now we got all this crazy fluctuation, but it was just so much different. You know what I mean? So and then like my mom having the taxi company, you know what I mean? You know, it was fucking good until Uber came around. You know, I mean, she did really well. You know?
Yeah, I heard stories of like you guys would like call up an Uber and some Uber driver would show up and you'd be like, "You're done. Uber's done up here in Big Bear."
I've done that a few times. Yeah, I was so pissed. Yeah, I actually got in a fight with the Uber guy. Fucking. You try to talk shit. You try to grab my little brother by the fucking neck. Whatever. This is, whatever. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna talk about Arbor. I like what Arbor's got going on these days. They're doing big things. So Arbor has been making high performance snowboards for nearly 30 years with a little thing called craftsmanship, and they do it with a conscience. These guys were on the sustainability tip long before it was cool, using real wood top sheets, eco-friendly materials, and giving a damn about the mountains and the planet. They're backed by one of the sickest teams out there. We're talking Jared Elston, a.k.a. Big Air Jer, Mary Francois, Red Gerard, who just won an X Games gold, Brian Iguchi, Danny Cass, and many others. Arbor Snowboarding is resetting the standard, blending high performance and sustainability with precision, power, and purpose. So whether you're straight lining like a psycho or going full dummy in the park, Arbor's got A-grade boards and bindings that you need to ride your best. So check out Arbor. They got a lot of cool stuff going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lizard King here. And I've got a fantastic new product for you. It's Run Through a Wall nasal strips. Eucalyptus flavored, 30 in a pack. And it will make your life 25% better. Do you sleep next to someone that's constantly snoring, ruining your life, making it so you're groggy, grumpy, and angry in the morning? Buy them some nasal strips from runthroughawall.com. It's a fabulous website. We've got breathing salts. We've got nasal strips. Go to runthroughawall.com, type in Lizard King at the checkout, and you can get yourself 10% off. Good to see you.
Okay, people, breaking news. Bombhole's doing Adult Camp Week at Woodward, August 10th to 15th. Now, if you're an adult that wants to go to summer camp, learn some new tricks, and have an awesome time, I highly recommend checking out Woodward Copper. We'll be there bringing the vibes. We're coming through with Seth Hewitt, Joey B, how you doing? Myself. We're going to be having a blast on hill. They got some of the best coaches on planet Earth. It's also for all ability levels. Whether you're a beginner, new to park riding, or you're an advanced rider, there's stuff for everybody. They got all different size features. They got the indoor facility in the barn. If you want to chuck on a rollerboard into a foam pit and then take it to snow, they got you covered. Great skateboarding setup. There's golf. You're at high elevation. The ball flies very far. So I recommend checking out coppercolorado.com, signing up for adult camp. We'll be there again August 10th to 15th for Bomb Hole Week. We'll see you guys there.
Well, talking about Denise, I'm going to jump out of sequence here. We got a guest question from her, so here we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Joso, it's Mama Mozadi. You taught me the valuable lesson of be careful what you wish. I went from missing you to living in your van for 29 days. And my reward was your +1 at the craziest party I've ever been to in my 57 years. All right, guys, take care. Hi, everybody at the bomb hole.
So, what was the question, Mom?
I don't know, but you got to hit her with an air horn.
Yeah, we'll hit her. Super air horn? Should we
Yeah,
go
you
super
got to
air
go
horn?
super
Let's
for D.
Let's
Yeah.
find that one. Hang on one sec. This is
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so what that was is basically I was like hurt, and, I was fucking so over being in a goddamn hospital bed. I was in a hospital bed for 27 days. My mom stayed in my van the whole time when I was in there because I was like going through it so heavily with the whole leg shit. It was like way overboard. And
Let's back it up to the crash.
for the leg.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so basically, I went to the spot. I wanted to foot plant this like fence, but it was too small. So I ended up trying to I barely popped it and landed on this electrical box perfectly, and it went all the way to the street though, and I slid out of it perfect, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to the street, and I picked up my bike. And it had a flat tire, so I was like, you know what? And then I left that spot. I'm like, I'm gonna go back and hit that thing to the street. But then I saw some shit where it was the two banks had a strip across it, and I wanted to try to wall ride across it to the other side. It's like something that Riley Hawk hit, and it was like he did backsmith and popped out to the flat. But I felt like I could make it across. So when I got there, I kind of got nervous. The next time I came back, I got nervous. I was like, shit, this is kind of heavy. I need to get fired up, So I jumped over the fence, and then I'm like, I'm gonna send it to the street. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just sneak a shot and got kind of greedy, I was should have been staying on my focus on going across the wall ride. And I was like, fuck. And I tried to transfer because it's the bank was kind of a certain angle, and then there was a street that was a certain angle. So I was trying to transfer my body over to the thing, and I got stuck. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm try to use the bike like I did the last time to break down my fall and slide out of it, but instead it just rejected me. It I landed on the bank, and it slid the back tire out, and my leg just landed perfectly in the spot and just shattered my leg. Put my leg in 15, 16 pieces or whatever. That was horrible, obviously. But then I go back to the hospital. I went to the wrong hospital. It was a trauma. It's not a trauma center. I didn't have my blood. They didn't even check if they had my blood to even start with the surgery at all anyways. So they failed the surgery. And then when they failed the surgery, they put this fixator in the leg to keep it supported, right? But they didn't do any record of my heel. And I already had a heel bruise from skating a deep end, and running out of a deep end. And I had a heel bruise. It wasn't that bad. I can kind of handle it, but they probably from that hit fucked it up even more, So when they put that fixator through the thing, they screwed it through my heel, and it fucking blew my whole heel out, just disintegrated my heel.
Oh God. So
I was like, fuck, dude. And then I woke up in that. I didn't even figure that out till later though. So I'm in the fixator, and my mom comes down there and puts her hand on the bed and picks her hand up. She goes, dude, what the fuck? And your whole hand is red. Damn. And I'm bleeding out. I didn't even know it. And they're they're not really saying anything. And they're trying to cut my leg off. And I'm like, what the fuck? Cut my leg off? I'm like, yeah, right. Are you cutting my leg off? What the? So I'm call people. Who we calling? I had Kyle Kraus there. He called Dr. G. I already figured to call Dr. G. Dr. G fucking was like, dude, get the kid out of there. Right now. I'm like, how? He's like, ask for an AMA, sign yourself out of there. Fucking dude. I get in there, fucking cut the shit out, pull it out of my dick, pull all the shit out, hop in my computer chair like that, dude. Literally. And my little brother's holding my leg, and my mom's fucking losing her mind. She's and one of the boys went and got my van. And then I hop, get out of the thing. Anthony's got like a spliff roll. I'm like, yeah. I'm like sitting there. I'm like sitting there with my dick out in the apron. You know what I mean? In the front of the hospital. Like, fuck this hospital. Like, so we get to the
full breakout.
Dude,
session.
it was punk rock as fuck, dude. I was the most punk rock thing I've ever done in my life. I was like, this is nuts, dude. I'm in a computer chair and my fixator. My little brother's holding my leg right now. Like, what are we doing, dude? Like, this is insane. So I get to the other hospital. They nail the surgery to get me out of that thing, and then they tell me what's up more of it. And my leg's so fucking swollen, dude. Like, I mean, bro, like, my foot was like that thick. But little we know, found out some other stuff later. I was like, explain. So they're like, fix it. And then they're like, hey, like, just to let you know, your whole heel is like shattered. We're going to have to do another heel surgery for you once this compartment syndrome we got going on goes down, because I have so much trauma from them fucking it up, So like when they fucked up, they clipped my artery too. We didn't know that until later. So I'm like, so you have that one main artery that goes into 3. I got the main artery. It's called a pseudoaneurysm. And when they clipped it, it made a blood clot in the artery. So that's why my leg was getting so fat and big, right? So as time goes on, like fucking a couple of surgeries later, I'm in blood like the 4th or 5th blood transfusion. Maybe more, actually. I think I was at one point, at that point, I think I had 6 blood transfusions. They're just trying to get my blood in and out of there because the way they fucked up. They were just trying to like, there was just, I was literally just new bag. I had some rare blood that like, whatever. And dude, so like my physical therapy was to pull the leg down. I got to pull the leg down because it's been elevated the whole time, and I got like sick. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, I don't feel good. So like lay down, whatever. Next day, same shit. Fucking my buddy David Deloy was there with my mom was there. Anthony left. Anthony was with me the whole time, but the day he left, thank God, because he was really weak stomach. The kid would have probably lost his mind. He freaking. I put my leg down, dude, and fucking. I'm like, oh God, I got even like 3 times more sick than it was the day before. Picked my leg back up, and I just felt a release, and it was just hot blood all over me. And I look up, it's all over the ceiling, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm looking at all the incisions, all my shit's just pumping, blood's pumping. I'm like, just started acting calm as I could, and they're like freaking out. Everyone's like running around with each other, you know what I mean, tripping the fuck out. And then I started like valve movement, and I'm like pissing and shit myself. I'm like, I'm dying. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, this is fucking it, dude. I'm all, no fucking way I'm dying on this shit right now. I'm like, there's no way I'm dying on this shit right now. I'm like, and then like I got euphoric, like I fucking nutted 20 times, like you know what I mean? I'm like, it was like a beautiful feeling at that moment, you know what I mean? It was crazy. And then I fucking literally was like, later mom, later David, I love you guys. I'm like, I don't know what to say, like this is it. And then I like went to black, and then like I got out of the black, and then I sat up, and then everything was all calm, and I'm like in this weird little realm situation. And then I got up out of my seat and walked, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? Like I looked over and I like see my body, and then I see my mom just right by me. So I chased my mom after, like, mom, wait, like try to chase my mom, like in this like out of body experience, you know? And then right when I got to the hallway, I fucking went black again. And then I woke up in the hallway shivering, and they're like, we got you, because they tied my leg. But I flatlined, but the only reason I didn't die is because I already had blood transfusions already going in me. So like once the blood was like almost done or whatever, and it just sucked it all out of me. But they're fucking putting the bag on, getting it together. So by the time it got back to me, I had that one little barely moment of just pump to get me back. So I like fucking woke up in the hospital like shivering, you know what I mean, like tripping. And then I had to spend another couple days, finish off the rest of the surgeries. Then I had to go wait a little bit and come back and do the other surgery, because the thing was, I have that like skin graft on my leg is because I had compartment syndrome, and it was so much trauma. Like the blade was so fat, they couldn't close it. So I had to take a piece of skin from my quad area right here and put it on. And then they thought they were going to have to do that with my heel. So they waited for my heel to like, you know, thin out for like a week or something like that, and went back in there, and they had, that was the worst pain ever. I couldn't even, you know, they were giving me so much drugs and shit in there. Like I was in so much stress. Like Like the drugs weren't even enough. Like it was in so much pain. It was like the most fucked up thing ever, you know? Like I lost like teeth from like 4 or 5 teeth in the back from like dry tooth and grinding, and hair was coming out of my shit. I lost a bunch of fucking hair. Like shit aged me like so heavily with the stress and like the time in there. Like it was pretty rough. So my mom fucking dealt with that the whole fucking time, bro. And then afterwards I had to like peel, like Anthony, fucking dude was the best, dude. I stayed at my buddy's house close by somewhere, and I was pretty much on the couch for 3 months. But the first month I was like down the hill at my buddy's house on the couch, and Anthony stayed with me, and he had to change my fucking dressing every day, dude. Like this dude changed my shit every day for me. I was worthless, bro. And then like,
where's Lenny, dude?
Lenny's Lenny's somewhere, dude. You know, he was good. He was always checking in on me. He came by every once in a while, but he was just like, I think he was in hood or doing something. I'm not exactly sure, but I wasn't stressing on that too much. Like, it's like I don't want everybody there for like, you know. Anthony was just like fucking tripping because we spent so much time together. We were so close with each other, and you know, it was just like me and Lenny are really close too. But like, you know, like, fuck, bro, we were best friends too. Me and Anthony were so inseparable at one moment, you know? So, like, at that time, it meant a lot. Like, and plus, I'm his big brother. Like, and he you know, their dad's situation wasn't the best for him. So I was kind of always there trying to help him every which way. So they really, really looked up to me in that certain factor. And him feeling like he's going to lose me at that moment, and, like, the whole death thing and shit. Like, I got a kiss of death, you know?
Yeah, I want to go back to that. I want to go back to when you left your body.
Dude.
So
basically, I sat up. And I like look around, and I know I'm in the hospital, but I don't see walls. It's kind of like I'm sitting on a fucking edge of a cloud type of deal. And I'm like in a green tent. I remember there was a green tent, and there was like flurries going down, like.
But you felt euphoric.
Fully euphoric. Like if you ever
peaceful,
like DMT, like is dumping out of me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's a full DMT trip, like fully. Like and like I'll be open about that. Like I've gone through my experiences with that, and I will have to say that probably saved my life, because you do that kind of shit and you get so overwhelmed, you almost want to run out of it and you can't, you know what I mean? And if you know how to just sit there and like accept yourself and like breathe and get into a place where it's like a spot of meditation, like you know how to handle that, and you're like so above things, you know? So I think when I got to that point, I was like, because I know that when you're born and when you're dying, you dump that out of your body, because we're all holding in that, you know?
Yep.
And like, the fact that I like, this sounds fucking nuts, but fucking DMT saved my fucking life at that point. Because if I panicked, if I had a little bit more panic, that blood that was barely making it through would have been shot right out. Because I was like, I was like, dude, I was doing some crazy. They thought I was on some Buddha shit. That was like the talk of the town. Like the nurses were buying me Buddhas and shit. Like, cool. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's so cool.
It was pretty cool. They're like, my mom's like, dude, they think you're fucking like Buddha or something. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm like, just get me the fuck out of this goddamn. You know, I'm just so over this place. Like, I hate the hospital, dude. There's nothing worse than that. Being hurt and stuck in a bed. And be like, I was such a prick in there too. Like, I was talking so much shit to the fucking like to the nurses, because you're just so stressed out. Yeah. Like your brain doesn't even know what to do, but just be an asshole. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, shit. Imagine you stayed in the first one.
Oh,
the first hospital.
I would have got my leg.
Have no leg.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd be fucking.
All right, so going back to your mom's question, she asked, I think there was something about a monumental party that happened after this.
Yeah. We went to, it was Banks' birthday. You know, the FaZe Banks. You ever heard of FaZe Banks?
Oh yeah, like he's a streamer or something?
Yeah, no, he started FaZe. It's like all like the, you know,
gaming
Fortnite.
Shit.
Yeah, gamer.
Shit,
but like he was a big part of like me and the crew, like the kids I used to hang out with all the time in LA. I mean, we're still friends. We used to call each other piles. It's like, I mean, it's like Nija, David, Damo, a handful of other people that, you know what I mean? And Banks is a part of it, and, you know, our buddy Kifa, Top, I mean, there's all these people that were involved, but like they kind of ran LA, you know what I mean? So we were able to go do all this cool shit because, you know, Top runs this shit. This guy's got this kind of clout. So everyone's like kind of kissing their ass, but like, you know, they like fucked with us, so we kind of like went with it, you know what I mean? Not like we have to kiss their ass or we fuck with them, but like there was like a sick little pack for a while. So like they knew I was going through that shit, and you know me and Banks were a lot closer at that time. So like we went to his party, and I was like crutching around and shit. Like barely making it. It was like my first time like outside of the thing, but my mom was like tripping. She's like, dude, she's like, I've been to some parties, but what the fuck are we?
What's the vibe at the party?
It was just
like, break it down.
It was just a fucking 5-story mansion. Just every floor is filled, and just a bunch of chicks, a bunch of crazy people, weird looking. It's a trip. It's a circus.
LA shit. That's LA shit.
Yeah, everyone's not from LA, but they live in LA.
Crazy. Amazing.
Yeah, but so I'm sure she's been to some crazier parties, but yeah, she's had crazier parties. Fuck. When I was a little kid, she used to have parties that are like the Dome House. I don't know, but I think it was just the fact that coming out of that situation and then bringing her to that, and then everyone was treating her with like Mama Morphs, but like her name's Mazzati.
Yeah.
That's why she said Molzati shit. Just makes you laugh. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, let's jump back into snowboarding. And what's your first recollection of riding with these guys, Meyer?
Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, the first time I had even heard there was a Mulford was that cover, and Denise, because Lenny and Anthony were 3rd and 4th grade when I moved in when I was living with them, and they were kind of snowboarding a little bit. They weren't quite there yet, and they kind of like over the years they were kind of working their way up towards like this like Bradshaw vibe level of snowboarding.
They were wearing my flesh gear.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What age was that? Like what? Let's see. If they were in 3rd and 4th grade, how old were you then?
I was in 6. I was like, I met you prime when I was like riding. So I was like, remember I would come up for a couple of days and come back. I'd leave and stuff. Yeah. Like
this is before she moved. This is when. Okay, she was living in. We were living in this like it was like a boxing promoter's house or something.
Yeah,
I think he had
Bubs.
He had 2 houses or something.
Wait,
he was like, told Denise, you can live in this one. Watch this one, I think.
The one at the bottom of Summit or the one on Moonridge?
Right on Moonridge, right next to Bear.
Okay, yeah. Then you guys lived in the back. Was Clayton lived? Yeah. I thought you lived at the other one, or was that Carlino? Carlino lived at the one with my mom at the bottom, I think.
No.
Or was it one of you guys did or something? Right behind Carl's Jr. Remember? I don't know. Fuck. Whatever.
No, I think that was. No, there was 2. She had 2 houses.
Oh, okay, yeah,
right. Because then that was the one she was supposed to be living in, I think.
Yeah.
And then we were all staying in the big one, and she was like renting out all the rooms.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And so, and I think like one night we were there, and like the boxing promoter guy, the dude that owned it, showed up. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing in my house? Like, I don't think we were supposed to be in there." And then we're like, "I don't know. We're renting from Denise." But yeah, I remember. You'd we would see you intermittently. I think you'd be coming up. And this was like kind of before the kids like Laney and Anthony were really getting into like wanting to be snowboarders,
Yeah. That's like what I think they did. They wanted it. They just didn't understand what was going on.
Right.
You know
yeah. I mean, they were young. They were super young.
I think Lenny started snowboarding before Anthony. Anthony didn't even snowboard, and Lenny was like, when he first started snowboarding, he was regular. Like he learned how to snowboard regular, and then like Anthony learned how to snowboard, and Anthony started snowboarding goofy, and Lenny, since this is his older brother, he just started snowboarding goofy. I swear. Yeah. That's what I'm like, that's why you're so good at switch, dude. This guy can just switch anything, but it's like his original stance is regular.
Dude, that's so Lenny, just fucking
duh. Yeah.
I think I'm goofy now. Yeah.
Lenny was a bad man at that time. He was a funny little guy, dude. Huh?
But
dude, I remember
terror. Like it's like a bunch of little Junior Bacon Bradshaws terrorizing the mountain.
Well, yeah, this is the midget mafia, right?
Oh,
like, tell us, like, get into it.
Okay,
because Mafia is one of the greatest time capsules of snowboard history. For those that don't understand, it was a group of Groms that all looked like Chris Bradshaw, that were fucking punks that rode around Bear, that were about like knee high.
This was like Bear Mountain was daycare, and it was like drop these little shits off, and this is so I was like probably 20, 21, and there's all these little kids like Zach Hale, Lenny, Anthony, Tarbells,
Yeah. No, seriously, that's what I'm saying. Like when I got out of Moto and got into snowboarding, like, dude, like you're riding dirt bikes, like you ride with your teammate and your friends, you got the same gear on, you guys are looking whatever. So in my head, I'm not even thinking of like, I'm a poser right now because I'm like looking at Bradshaw. Like Bradshaw gave me shit. Like here, wear this, wear this. Lucas, I meet Lucas. Like wear this. Here's this XX tall. Like wear this XX tall.
Yeah.
I'm like 5'7" years old. I'm like 5'7" with a XX tall on pro club. I don't even wear that big a shirt. I'm like 6'2". Like, that doesn't make any sense. Just going to discount malls and getting gear and shit. You know, like I don't know, but like, dude, I didn't really think about like what the hell else was going on out there. I was just like sick. I got my little brothers and I get these fucking dope ass dudes. I don't know who the fuck they are, but they're fucking rad to me, you know? Like what they're doing at that moment. You know, like Bradshaw was always just been nothing but the coolest dude to me. And then meeting Lucas too, like that shit was like family, you know? Like, and then, you know, made into like, you know, Nico and then all the GBP kids like Max Dubs and Doobie. Like, dude, those got like that like crew of life right there is so sick. Like, fucking like, you know, certain snowboard movies that were just like, dude, people don't even know about, I feel like, anymore, you know? It's like there's gone.
I feel this whole little crew brought this like, it was like mini shred super tech little like Bear vibe that like that whole crew kind of brought into
Bear
the scene, you know?
was different than everywhere else in the world with the way people were riding at that time.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were bonking the end of rails. And
Yeah, just completely different than like, you know, anything you see in the video. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, dude, fucking Meyer put that shit on, dude. Honestly, you and Carlino alone just for making the Bear videos and fucking Sunday in the Parks, like the original ones and shit, like that was put on Transworld. Like that's like you made it to that. You felt like sick. It's not like you have all this saturation going on now. It's like anybody's anybody. Like everyone's killing it. Everyone's good. Everyone can copy. Like we had to wait a week to see what was sick. You guys are filming shit. Like it doesn't matter who you are. You guys were secretly filming shit. Like what are they filming? What are they filming? You know what I mean? And then you go watch it. You're like whoa. Like and then you try to imitate it. They're just like nowadays it's just copy and paste. There's no originality anymore. You know. So it's kind of a trip, but. Dude, you guys put it on big time. And like the snowboarding shit I would watch in like the beginning was like a lot of the Kingpin productions, obviously Mac Dog, but you know, like Happy Hour, After Hours, you know, obviously Decade and Technical Difficulties. Like those kind of movies got me fired up, like big time, you know, like the vibe of snowboarding. Like, damn, this is sick. Because I grew up watching skating and surfing because I was surfing and skating my whole life. So like surfing was like mostly what I watched. Or like skateboarding was what I watched besides that, you know, like watching 4-in-1s and, you know, whatever, anything skateboarding at that point.
You know what it could be a good time for right now, Meyer? You may have made the jingle for this.
Yeah, I know what time it is.
What is it?
Name that video part.
Name that video part.
All right, you're talking about all these videos. We're going to see if you still remember any iconic video parts here.
Student of the game or not.
God, let's see.
These were recommended by Lenny and Anthony, these songs. So if you don't get it right,
oh shit,
take it up with them. Also, confidence level 0 through 10.
Fuck. It's either one, 0 or 10.
0 or 10. All right. We'll know when the song plays.
I got so much going, dude.
Okay, here we go.
My people, yeah, JLA, second part in Happy Hour.
Yes, congratulations.
Fuck yeah, dude, come on, that's the one, dude.
That's prestigious win right there.
This is a win.
Jeff Anderson, Happy Hour, you won. Name that video part. You got some bomb hole merch. There's a sticker in there that says, I won Name That Video Part, and all I got was this stupid sticker.
That song will never, ever leave my soul.
Yep.
I don't even know how to find that song. How'd you find it?
I just
recorded on
screen recorded the video.
There's no way you could find.
Airdropped it to my computer.
Like there had to be some random DJ homie or something. Like I've been trying to find that song forever. Like, dude, I'm glad glad you posted. That was the best song you could have picked right there. Because I'm like, fuck. I've watched so many video parts and like I couldn't even tell you what fucking, you know what I mean? Shit. I know. I mean, if I like listen to it, I can kind of remember, but. That one.
Well, your snowboard cred, because you're kind of a moto guy more now these days. Your snowboard cred just went through the roof.
Hell yeah.
It's back up. All right, part 2. This is not for you, Justin. This is for the listeners. If you know the song, comment on the photo of Mulfs on Instagram. When the episode comes out, that's where we pick our winner. Here we go.
That
Okay, thank you guys for playing Name That Video part.
You got that one?
Dude.
All right, let me tell you what I'm excited about, people. These Bubs Naturals Hydrate or Die hydration packs. We are hammering these things at the office all day long. I'm drinking these on the daily, staying hydrated, whether I'm just at work or I'm out getting after it on my snowboard. And one thing people should know is that 75% of Americans are dehydrated. You're talking about losing strength, focus, endurance. You can have some brain fog. So let's hear the science. Your body needs electrolytes. We're talking sodium, potassium, magnesium to actually pull water into your cells. That's where Bubs Hydrate or Die comes in. It's based on oral rehydration solution science, a blend of sodium and glucose that pushes hydration directly into your bloodstream fast. We're talking 2 to 3 times faster than water alone. That's not hype, that's actual data. So whether you're flying, you're climbing, you're drinking, you're working, or you're just up at altitude, you're losing more than you think when it comes to water. Hydrate or Die brings it back. We're talking 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes per pack, cane sugar only, no sketchy sweeteners, and it's NSF certified for sport. It's clean, tested, and made in the USA. And let me tell you something, this new formulation tastes really, really good. So, hydration's not optional. It's the cheat code to keep going. Hydrate smart, hydrate clean, hydrate or die. Head on over to bubsnaturals.com, grab a box. Your muscles, your brain, and your send will thank you. It's Bombhole approved. Let's do this. All right, the folks over at Yeti made another great product. We're talking about the Hopper M20 Soft Backpack Cooler. Now, this thing is a cooler that looks like a backpack. It's got shoulder straps, and your hands free with this bad Larry. You can go anywhere. And it's summer coming up, warm weather. You know what's nice on a warm day is an ice cold beverage, maybe a sandwich. So you can load this thing up with all your drinks, all your food, chuck some ice in there, and then it's got a magnetic seal at the top. So you can seal in all that cold air, load it up full of beers, and you are a golden god on any adventure. You're going kayaking, you're dialed. You're going skateboarding, you're dialed. You're going on a hike, you're dialed in. So check out the Hopper M20 Soft Backpack Cooler. The Hopper M20 is the cooler that goes where other coolers can't. Get dialed in.
I kind of want to go back to talking about Sunday in the Park because I think to provide a little bit of context, around that time, you know, all we had were DVDs. Sunday in the Park all of a sudden is like the beginning of internet edits. And it was every Sunday, whatever was happening at Bear just hit the internet by storm. Meyer was making the videos and Carlino. And I just feel like around that time with Midget Mafia, Sunday in the Park, Big Bear, Bradshaw, the energy that was happening, maybe Meyer, you can speak on this of like how exciting of a time in snowboarding that was.
I mean, for us, it didn't seem like that was our scene that we were just putting on the internet. You don't know where it goes. It's like,
Yeah.
But so many people would hit us up and like that's the only place you're getting like current content, you know? So it was like little did we know like what these guys were doing was like having such a ripple effect on other scenes.
Yeah. Big time.
All over, you know?
Yeah, all over the world.
And then people started flying there. Like I remember Scott Stevens would be like, "We're going to Bear. I'm going to film in the Sunday in the Park edit or whatever."
Yeah.
And it was
Jed Anderson.
Jed came up. Yeah.
His mom had him, like he came out and stayed with us. He was probably like 14.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like he wanted to come out to like that's how he was going to get put onto the scene, you know? And from that trip, he went on to, you know, film that Transworld part. Like from Big Bear flew to link with Carlino. But yeah, I just feel like it was like we didn't even realize it, but what, you know, all these kids were doing was like having such an effect throughout snowboarding.
Well, dude, also how you put the edits together too. It was a little bit more different. You know, it was almost on. It was like on some Baker shit, like what you came from before when you were in Vegas. You know, like you kind of almost brought that energy into like, you know what I mean. We don't need to bring it up, but but you know what I'm saying. Like you had that sicko mind to like put some shit together where there's a lot of hijinks, like chicks flashing their tits, doing the, you know, fucking homies doing back five over like whatever, like you know, like that little vibes like that where it's just such, the hijinks was insane before it was even thought of. You know, so. like as time went on, they're like, you know, it built up, like you built you guys up, like, damn, this is working. Like this is actually standing out. Like people are really coming through, you know? And then, you know, obviously it's gotten eaten up in a different way, but dude, that shit started it. Like there was nothing funnier than going on to Trans World and seeing all the fucked up comments that are on there. Like that was like the thing, just to see how much hate we can get on this shit.
So much like random anonymous hate.
Yeah,
it's so good. Yeah,
and it was always like a
the
couple
Trans World
dudes.
comment board was always going on.
Yeah, it was always a couple dudes that like kind of got X-nayed because they were like, you know, they weren't fitting the vibe and they wanted to be, and it was like, or whatever it was, you know what I mean? There was so much going on. Like I was like so young too, but I could kind of pay attention, but I was like, there's so much going on right now, like in Sunday in the Parks, like it's
because you had moved up like kind of right as I was, I think, moving away from Big Bear when you officially moved up.
Yeah, like you were kind of just getting, I think you were kind of going back and forth from here and there, like where you're kind of living. Like
well, no, so I would live I lived in Vegas in the summer, and I'd live in Big Bear in the winter.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
And but yeah, I think you would just like you would come up a few times and like, but then you've permanently moved up when you were living up there. It was like right the year I think I moved out to Salt Lake to do the VG thing.
Yeah, those are the critical times in my life right there. That was the most critical, craziest time for me mentally of decision wise. Like I have to make a decision right now with my life. Like this is fucked up. I either live with my dad and probably end up in fucking prison for life or dead.
Yeah, so how did that go? When you were living with your dad, was it like, fuck it, I'm over this, I'm going to live with mom?
No, at first I was like I was like kind of just fed up with like how the moto shit was. I just lived this fucking life, and I'm starting to get around people that are like doing stuff and like being more adults. Like, you know, these kids are having fun, and I'm like, dude, I want to have fun. Like I'm so over like being professional and like uptight and fucking, you know what I mean? It sucked. Like in reality, that shit was miserable. Like, you know what I mean? So when I got a piece of like a little bit of away from this and being like doing some bad shit, or, you know, getting in like not in trouble, but like, doing shit that can get me in trouble, like, you know, like getting adrenaline out of that was scary for me, because the adrenaline I came from was like hardcore. Like I couldn't find that adrenaline.
Yeah, racing moto is gnarly.
Yeah, like and like just like, and I was like a gnarly jumper kid too. Like I wasn't even that good in the corners. Like I killed it because I would jump the fucking biggest jump, whatever, you know. Bro, like dude, for instance, like around that time, like, you know, like when the track Elsinore was like the sickest track back then, and a lot of the kids, Villapoto, Austin Stroop, all these kids, Hill, you name it, fucking came through. Kyle Cunningham, everybody came through with their big motorhomes and trailers, pull up to Elsinore or to come stay at me and my dad's house when I lived in Marietta. And me and Hill, dude, were fucking I think we are way ahead when it comes to jumping, because we were like jumping shit. I was fucking way out of pocket. Like kids were on 125 intermediates, and we're on our fucking super minis. Just yeah, dude. Like there was I'll never forget the fucking first time we started like hanging out. Me and Hill, like he would come to the thing, and I loved Hill because he was the only one that would jump shit with me. You know what I mean? So there was this like jump that was like a double with a tabletop in the middle, and I would have to come off the track and like hit this like side of we had a berm on the side of this tabletop that was in the middle, and we'd shoot back on the track, but like time it perfectly to where like, dude, 6th gear wide open, just as hard as you can on this super mini. Yeah, like fucking, it was like 140, 150 foot, but it was like so peaked out. Like it was like they don't make jumps like that no more. Like it's like, you know, people are going down if you ride like, dude, like you don't want anybody riding like it was like a double and then a tabletop, but like the tabletop was like rounded off, so it was like a huge ass landing. Like the landing was like 30 feet long, so it's like we overshoot it, we're good. That's why we just hold it 6 gear wide. We'll make it, you know, that kind of thing. And then like we go ride those super gnarly supercross tracks, and like I'm not even fucking around. Alessi, Villapoto, all those fools were not fucking with it. No offense to you guys, but like we were hitting the fucking supercross triples, bro. I think actually Villapoto did hit it, but like I remember Alessi was like, "No way, I'm not doing that." Like, no, you know what I mean? Whatever. And we are fucking hitting shit like the whole like sections of Supercross on our 80s, like, which was like not even done yet. And then they started doing the US Open and having Supercross, and like on a certain amount of people were like invited to go after you went to Loretta's or get like top 10 in Loretta's and whatever. It had some cool shit like that. But like when I got up to Bear, like, you know what I mean? I got away from like that whole shit in like in Huntington. Like that's when I opened up my mind like big time of like who who I actually am, not like some robotic kid.
So did you completely hang it up? Like,
yeah,
like how long were you just didn't touch a dirt bike?
I didn't. So I didn't ride a dirt bike for like a while, and then I didn't move up to Big Bear yet, and then I started moving up to Big Bear, and then started snowboarding, and then I went to homeschool there just to snowboard because I didn't want to deal with kids because I was a a prick.
Finishing high school.
I was a fucking prick. Like I have to say sorry to everyone that. Just sorry, man. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but yeah, dude, fuck. I was a fucking dickhead, dude. And I like my mom's like, dude, this motherfucker is gonna get in trouble at school. We can't let him go to school. So we like, they got me in homeschool. Like not even homeschool, it was a continuation of school. You go once a week. Bring your packets back. Blah 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 blah. And then snowboard with little brothers all the time. And then that's when I just started kind of picking it up. And then like you were filming like the last like 2 years of Sunday.
Yeah.
And I finally like was able enough to like have enough move to get a trick in with you. And I like always remember like, damn, Meyer gave me my first.
What was it?
It was nollie back. I'm front side, not hard way. Like nollie back 180 switch press on a down box. And like tap out 180, whatever, like the old school shit. And I was fucking so hyped. It was only that only one move, but I was like so juiced, and I would like then it fired me up to like, all right, I got to figure this out. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is what I want to do. This is sick. And like that's when like Tech 9 was started to hook us up, but they were hooking up Anthony and Lenny. And then since I kind of came in, they're like trying to hook me up, and I'm like, I don't even know how to snowboard that well. Like, you know what I mean? Like in my head, I'm like, I'm not. Like, so I had to like kind of almost like use deception to act like I had to like, I could do this. I got this. No problem. And then, I kind of just like, looked out for us. And then they did, Cole had us going on some stuff, and you had Chris going on some shit. Then they made that Midget Mafia board for us and stuff like that. That was, things kind of got all twisted up with whatever the hell goes on in business. I mean, having my own business, like you can only understand how to handle shit. So I can't really be mad about whatever happened then. But at the time I was like, fuck you, man. Like, you know what I mean? But But like also it's just because I came from such a professional area, like where, things were fucking legit. Like it was
contracts.
Yeah.
And
like
welcome to
shit was on.
snowboard industry.
Yeah. And I'm like, so this is the sloppy shit
you're
gonna do
on kind of, I think.
There's a check coming in like 6 months, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like Brasho's like, dude, hey man, can you kind of chill? I'm like, dude, no, Brasho, you need to put your foot. You know what I mean? Like, no, like he's like, he fucking put me in check with shit. Like this is not how this really works. Like this
seems like you butted heads with a few people over the course of your life.
Yeah, I have for sure. I've been a dickhead to so many people.
Why do you think you got beef with people?
I got beef with myself at that moment. It wasn't even them. That's not even their fault. I'll take accountability. Dude. Sorry, guys. I mean, there's been times where like, I was sticking up for people in the right areas, and then there's just times I was just super out of pocket, and I fucking bumped heads with the, really cool people, and I didn't really know what I was even doing at those moments. So like, I was kind of like, I didn't really know if I was going to make it to 25. I was like ready to die type vibe. I didn't really care. I didn't really things. Which I saw things start being like super like kind of back, like arm around the shoulder and knife in the side type of shit. It like bothered me so much, and it still does. But like I know to kind of whatever. And I think I've handled myself enough to where people don't really do that with me, and that's kind of why I sit where I sit, and I'm okay with that completely. But I mean, dude, I fucking went through a lot, and I've seen a lot, and my pops went through a lot. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot off my mom. I took all that in, and like the shit I was going through wasn't like, like the kids I would be talking shit to, or like kind of more like they had a little bit more made than I was, so maybe I was a little bit more of a prick on that end. Like, oh, you're lucky you got mom and dad together to help you, whatever, you know what I mean? But like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Like they didn't choose that. That's just what they got. I mean, I had to deal with other things, playing tug of war with my mom and dad, dealing with her shit, dealing with my dad's shit, you know what I mean? And
dealing with some shit.
Yeah. And then having handled my brother's shit, you know what I mean? Like my family was just super separated and broken, but still so together. So, I went through weird times, so, give me the attitude that I did have, and then that's where I'm saying like snowboarding fucking helped me, and it slowly buffed me out, like meeting Lucas and all them, and then kind of like letting me kind of be a punk because they kind of think it's funny, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, but like, kind of like, hey dude, chill, like relax, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I love it. Well, if you look, it's such a wild, kind of trajectory with you with You have Moto as a kid. You're grinding out, just pounding out 30s and just rigid, gnarly child motocross phenom. And then you find snowboarding, this loose, free-flowing activity where you can kind of be yourself and be a punk and it's embraced. And then I just love how the transition, how did you find your way back into Moto?
10 years later, I mean, people were hitting me up like for the first 4 years. I mean, like, they're like, bro, like, why are you not riding? Like, you're like gonna be the guy. I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I don't even fucking care. Like, cool. I'm not gonna go kiss I'm over everybody's contracts and kissing ass. Like, I'm like, I can't do it without my dad anyways. Like, it's like me and my dad had so much going on with each other. Like, if it wasn't me and my dad at that point till I got to an older age, like, it was no point for me to go hop on some other thing. I didn't have the right drive. Like, I don't know. I was super bitter and super off. And I'm like, you know what? I got this, and this is helping me out mentally. Like, what I'm going through right now meant more to me than going to be the top notch fucking pro racer guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I learned that dreams weren't so much to me anymore. You know what I mean? Goals, you know, setting little pinpoints in life, it was cool, but like, dude, you fucking dream every night. You know what I mean? Like, you know, shit gets pulled from you and you're devastated, especially at that age with no control of what the fuck is really going on. You have so much going on in your head and so much is going on for you that when you finally get a chance to have doing it for yourself, things are brand new and foreign. You know what I mean? And like, I got to a point where like people were trying to get me to ride, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. I don't do that. No, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Don't call me. Stop calling me. You know what I mean? Over it. Like, mad people. Like, people were trying to like buy me bikes. I'm like, no, you're not. No one's buying me shit. I'm nobody. I'm not doing this. Not doing this. And then fucking years went on, and like around like 23, 20, I was kicking with Nigel a bunch, and Nigel was like I just started hanging out with him like through, you know, Chase Webb, and because I knew Chase from like when he was really little, and then one of the other buddies that was hanging out with him, and kind of like branched into each other. And then he kind of like knew like rode, so Nigel grew up riding, so he loved like riding dirt bikes. And then my buddy Gary Johnson, he was like getting Nigel to go ride, and he'd go to the tracks and do all this shit. Nigel had this nice ass bike, Monster got him or something, and for like the first couple of years, he's like, come ride with me. I'm like, I don't do that no more, dude. Nope. And I was just surfing every day. Like, this is like when I was, you know, I always surfed my whole life, but like, just surf, snowboard in the winter, surf and skate all summer. And I was still like, I was building my way up snowboarding. Like, you know, I'm getting a little better. I'm actually making something, I'm creating my own style. I'm like, not Bradshaw's like little pocket
Is this
guy.
Mark-ass era?
Yeah, like right before Mark-ass into Mark-ass. Like, you know, like right there. And then Mark came around, and we tried to do like, I think we did Monday in the parking lot. And that was all Vimeo shit.
Mark-ass Mondays.
Yeah, no. Before that was Monday in the parking lot, which was straight street edits.
Yeah,
like, well, I'm like, fuck the park. We're over the park. We're doing Monday in the parking lot. And we had like a couple of them. And then, you know, Bradshaw and, you know, all the boys started making up Mark-ass Monday shit. And then that's when, like, you know, made the Bears, you know, all that kind of shit, right? But, like, that's, like, right there in the area. And then one day I was just drunk enough to be like, all right, fuck it. I'll go ride. I'm like, I'll ride your bike, and you're going to give me your gear. Went to Milestone, and I fucking, like, just, like, I felt it. I'm riding through the pits, dude, and I'm like...
Optimus Prime.
Whoa. I'm all, this is for real. Like, and like from when I left, it was like grind. Like, focus. Like, you know, everything that you think of that goes through your brain. Like, for most people that learn how to do it, it's like fucking crazy. Like, for me, it's like clock. I could do it better than walking. You know, like, straight up. I have to admit that. You see me walk.
I've seen you walk. That's true. That's facts.
Dude. So like, I'm like, I hop on the track, bro, and like, there's like a little like roller section, and just not even fuck around, just wheel tap, triple, land into the corner with my foot out, and I'm like, go around the corner, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, and I just went to tunnel vision, dude. 8 laps, fucking pinning it, dude, whipping the bike, like fully on. Like, every jump by like the second lap, like just ripping. I came off the fucking track, bro. Like, I arm pump. Like, I didn't even have that arm pump because I forgot what was even happening. And then my arms were just so stiff. I came off the track crying, bro. I was like, dude, well, like, not like sad. Obviously, I was fucking so happy. Like,
how long had it been?
Like, 10 years.
So you didn't
9
even,
years.
didn't before you even sat on a bike.
9 years.
Damn.
So nope. Even people try to hand me dirt bikes.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to ride it.
9
Forever.
years. Yeah.
No, I'm like, no, I'm not riding it. So 9 years, I got hopped on, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I got off the pit, and like I was like started crying, and I took a lap, and then I took another lap in the pits, like because I was like tearing up, and I'm like I couldn't stop crying, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going. And so like, dude, I was like, dude, they're tripping on me, like, whoa, like what the fuck, you know? It was all hyping me up. I'm like, dude, I was the most happiest. I couldn't shut the fuck up for like 3 hours, like. Dude, I was so stoked, bro. And then I had no credit, so it took me a year to get a bike. So I built up a couple of credit cards or whatever I could. I didn't have that much money at the time. I was just like kind of I was good with just making it by. Still am, but it was just freaking. I got a bike and then I wanted a race, like, and then I was like on that race tip where I was fucking pinning it and I was on it, like I was fucking killing it, and then I like realized I'm like I got no support, bro. Like, but I was still snowboarding, so I was still kind of in the mixture of like still like grinding on the snowboard, like trying to get shit snowboarding and like trying to make it happen. But then I kind of like, this is like, what am I doing? I'm like, let me just kind of follow my heart here, a little bit. And then I kind of just, from coming from skating and surfing and all that kind of shit, like my style is like that, whatever. But like, I just brought like from like, snowboarding in the streets and skating in the streets and then like, like that was my peak of my like ride, like snowboarding. And then like, I like thought about my racing and like, I got all these fucking techniques and skill from racing. You know what I mean? It's never going to go away. Obviously. I mean, fucking almost more time off, I do better. It's weird. It's just like, I don't need to ride every day. It's one of those things where like, I don't like, it's almost worse for me to ride every day because I started to get over, I got all my shit dialed. Like I know exactly what I need and everything. And I know how to adapt to whatever I have if I have it. And that's, but like, dude, I was like, fuck it, dude. What if I just, like I was fucking around one time. Meyer actually sparked the wick. I'm not even fucking around. Like I did a nose wheelie on this thing, on this curb and like balanced it around thinking like popped off the curb. And he's like, well, it's like, you should do some street shit. I'm like, I've been thinking that, you know what I mean? And then
I remember I would see like dirt bike jumpers. I'd be like, why aren't they like I drive by a golf course thinking like, some fucking dirt bike should just jump through a golf course right up, because I think I'd seen like someone rode on some stairs on a dirt bike. I was like, I didn't even realize you could just fucking drive a dirt bike up some stairs. Yeah, but like you could fully film street shit.
Yeah. And then like I basically like I like started towing in like all the boys to fucking spots that they didn't want to push into. That would take a lot of energy, like so they can get some speed. And that's pretty much what the whole deal was, just because so they could save energy. And like I
fuck a bungee.
Yeah.
Call him wolves.
Yeah. That's why I want to do like combo moto part and shit. Like pull me into like a snowboard spot and just ghost ride the bike and shit. Like, I want to really do that. But like, so like I just started fucking around. I'm like, dude, fuck it. I'm gonna just start trying to film a video part. And then like I started to, but I couldn't get I couldn't get the visual to people. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to skateboard on my dirt bike, if that makes any more sense. Like, you know what I mean? And so I got like a handful of clips, and this is like right when Twitch had his like real Moto, and he had like a couple.
You had a wall ride in there.
This was pre-real Moto.
Yeah. So like I started. That's when I started riding again. Twitch's old mechanic, he fucking grew up with me, and Twitch knew me from like crusty shit, right? You know what I mean? And like we like knew each other, but not like now or whatever. And so I would come and hang out with him all the time. But like I just started riding. Like I'm talking within 5-6 times on the bike, and I came from 2-stroke, so I only rode the 4-stroke for so long. So like at first it took me like a kind of a minute to understand the 4-stroke. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it's just so much easier. Yep. So like I was doing all this work that I didn't need to do, like getting into first gear on a 450. It's not you don't even need to do that. Like you can stay in third gear most of the time. Like unless you're riding supercross, you know what I mean, to pop over shit, like, or steep jumps that I hit on the hills. Like second gear is pretty much all you need. Third gear is barely. But like if you go ride like a track like Paris today, like I swear to God, I don't even get out of third gear. Like it pretty much just. You never get that wide open enough. You never really, but on a 2-stroke, I'm like first to fourth and like, that's like my technique of life. You know what I mean? Like so I'm like, oh, this is now I'm riding again. You know what I mean? Riding that new 2-stroke, oldest 2-stroke I got. But where am I going with this?
You were talking about Twitch just starting to get into street kind of moto stuff.
Well, no, Twitch is just killing. Twitch was just sick with it. You know what I mean? He wasn't like he was getting into it. He's just like he wanted to do something different. And I know like he was filming that real moto and he filmed a couple street shit differently. But I was already kind of doing that. But I didn't really say anything because I was trying to film the video part. Like this is like 2016. Like a year after I got back on the bike, like just in that year, because I got on the bike like 2015, and I kind of had like a little weird year of like kind of back and forth. In 2016, I started doing that and towing in the boys and all that shit. And I like didn't post it because I was trying to save the clips, but then Real Moto posted, and I'm like my clips are all over the place right now. I'm like I'm just gonna start posting them on Instagram, and I post a couple on Instagram. And then I ran into this dude one day. I was just riding on the ditch like I always do with like a couple of the boys that like, you know,
the LA River you're talking about?
It's in, this one's in Long Beach, though.
Okay.
But it is LA River. But like, yeah, there's a couple of the boys like a Shot and Ed Duff and all these, you know, kids would go ride on Sundays after like drinking in the fucking ditch. And I'm like, you guys are riding that thing all the time? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm gonna bring my 450 out there. That's fucking sick. You know, they kind of sparked it up too because they would just go cruise around with like Dane Berman and you know all there's this little Long Beach crew that would climb the wall and you know ride it and shit. So one day I meet up with them and go ride it, and my buddy John Note, he's filmed a bunch of shit for like you know skating and stuff, and he started working for Donut Media at the time, which is a car thing, which is now Race Service, and Donut Media was going to put this on for me at the first part. So he has a fucking new red, and he goes, dude, you want to like film like a video part? I'm like, do you want to film a video part? Like, I'm like, what? Like, I've been wanting this forever. So he's like, dude, this fool dedicated this whole like year for me to go film this part with no budget. And he was trying to get some shit together. And then Donut Media was transferring over to Race Service. So there was like a weird little predicament in that spot. And then we got the part done, and it took like 5-6 months to just drop. You know, because they were trying to figure things out. And I got all these clips, and I'm like, I'm not going to go any more farther than this. Like, I've already done enough kind of heavy shit. But, like, I mostly did everything on that first part with no ramp and just purely homage.
The Cowie?
Yeah.
The Cowie part? That thing's got almost 1 million views. When I just watched it. It's crazy.
Dude, on Facebook, it got like 6 million.
Crazy.
Yeah, like when it first dropped, before it was put on YouTube, it had like 6 million because they had like this weird, I don't know why.
Different media player or something?
Yeah, some weird shit. I was like, damn, oh fucking Jesus. Like I'm getting blown up from it. I'm like, holy shit. And then, you know, the Fox thing came around, but the whole Fox thing kind of went out the door because of COVID, you know, and everyone changed and all that kind of shit. But, you know, at that time, like, dude, John Note was there for me and fucking was able to pull off this shit and like that no one's done yet. Like, yeah, people hit the streets and they called it poaching, or fucking still drives me crazy. It's like imagine if I rolled up to you guys want to go poach a spot on a skateboard like we're skating, like that doesn't work.
Yeah, how does
like,
names go? Like
I don't know. They call it poaching and urban and shit. Like I'm just like yeah, like I guess are we stealing something? I don't know. It's just kind of fucking. I just didn't grow up like that. We grew up like we're in the streets, dude. Like that's
in the streets.
Just
well, yeah,
one
tricks. Word. You're like I'm gonna fucking 5-0 this rail, or what would it be like a wheelie?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna wheelie this rail.
Yeah, manual the rail.
But you'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna it's like a 5-0
gap tail press.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I've got more love from the fucking skate and BMX industry that like know the streets, you know, more than Moto ever has. Like, you know, fucking. I mean, that's kind of what I reached for, though, too. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of manifested it, like, you know, like, you know,
you had all the right ingredients.
Yeah, and I was
getting away from it at a right age, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of just a big old thing of, like, you know, from trying to skateboard on my snowboard to try to skateboard on my dirt bike, and, you know, my style's like surfing, you know, I don't know, it's weird. But like I kind of got it all together, and then I got like, you know, all the boys that I fucking like really see me for who I am, not just some like shit you see on Instagram all the time because they see me daily. You know, like Nigel and David and Domo and all those boys, Chase, you know, just like those guys really kind of fired me up on it. So like when I go to the streets with them, and it's like I feel like I'm skateboarding, but I'm on my dirt bike, like, you know? So it's like, dude, I just... You know what I mean? And they're always cruising with them too all the time, like seeing spots. Like my head's always like fucking, I knew every spot beforehand. So when I first did that first video part, it was mostly like a homage thing. Like I'm going to El Toro, I'm going to jump it as far as I can. Anybody can jump it, obviously. It's not that big of a deal. It's a fucking dirt bike. Anybody can go jump it. But it's just the fact of going and doing it and like, you know what I mean? Like just to kind of break the barrier. And then just like how like fucking when you film a video part, you want to go film like the gnarliest part first, You know, you kind of want to build that up. You know, like the next one's better than the next one's better. And, you know, instead of you're like falling off, like barely making it kind of thing. So that's why I haven't been like putting too much work into like filming a video part after like Dead Man Walking. I was like, if I don't have the right backing, I'm not going to go that hard for why.
Yeah,
like, I'm not going to saturate myself, like put a bunch of, as much as I can out just to go get something out. Like it bothers me, you know?
Let's talk about.
Not going to nose wheelie Staples Center.
Yeah, let's talk about Dead Man Walking because there's a couple specific clips. Meyer just brought it up. How did the nose manual down staple come to be?
Well, I've been wanting to go do it, and fucking, I mean, I had some drama with that actually, with like freaking Raha's bullshit ass. But yeah, like I went back there and like I went there and I saw tire marks and everything. I'm like, fucking, what the fuck? I'm like, how the hell? Like, because I kind of like mentioned it to them, and he like went to go do it because he didn't know what the fuck is really going on. So I'm like, dude, what the fuck did he? I'm like, no way, dude. So I didn't call him. I wasn't pissed. I called the kid that filmed it. I'm like, look, dude. I don't care that he hit it. These are the streets. No one owns shit. But what the fuck did he do on it? So I don't go do the same thing and put in my video part thinking I'm slick. He's like, oh, he just did this and that and the other. I'm like, perfect. I didn't do anything I wanted to do. So like, did it, you know, fucking was super stoked. Took like a lot of work.
There's a lot of tire marks on there too. Is it a battle? Or?
It was a battle, bro. Yeah. Like I was like, it was not fucking easy.
Manny trick. They're all battles.
Dude, it was so fucking, dude, it's so steep and tall and gnarly and like slick. And like the fucking gap, like if I would have missed it, if I would have gapped it too much, I would have went too far. So I'd like kind of like bunny hop it perfectly to like get it. So I would like a couple times I'd like endo it, almost like nose is like sliding down the thing, almost like knifing it off that shit. Like I'd be fucked my shit up so bad if I would have fallen.
You got kicked too, right? Security?
Right at the last one. Right when I landed it. I saw him chasing me. I'm like, just turn around like the last second. I'm like, you know what I mean? Barely did it. Yeah. Dude, I'm not even fucking around. The last clip is like, I literally like a knobby goes over the, like I did it clip, but like it looked like almost did, like just the knobby went over the edge. Like I was so stoked because that was like the end. That was like the last thing I needed to do.
Dude, what about the crash into the wall? That clip's crazy. Just
yeah. So that's my elementary school, and like everyone like kind of skated that like drop in a while, and I wanted to just like manual it and then like pop off and then like cruise and make it all chill. But like I got stuck in the spot where I had to like thread the needle over like a 30-foot flat gap if I didn't make it. And there's like a pole and like two fence right here. So I pop and I landed and I could have just rolled off, but I was like, oh, I got this bunny hop. So I tried to bunny hop the street, but like the like wasn't like some flat edge or like a little pitch.
The curve, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like this. So when I went to like go lift up, the back wheel just went like that. And I like hit the curb and it just knifed me, bro. And I'm just body slam in between the pole and like somehow like bounce around away from the pole and just fold against the thing. And then I'm like rattled, like, you know, I didn't get up, fix my bars and everything. And then I was like, fuck, should I do it again? Do I need to do it again? Like, everyone's like, hell no, that was the double clip. You don't need to do it again, dude. I'm like, I landed it, but like, I wanted to pop the street, like, or like, I didn't even need to. Like, I just was all fired up when I landed. I was like, fuck yeah, I made it. And I'm like, I got this. No, I don't. You know what I mean?
You knock yourself out?
Yeah, I KO'd.
And then back taco.
So you KO'd. Yeah. So you were KO'd before you hit the wall, or you got?
Yeah, I just limp, just boom. Nothing even happened to me. I had like a bruise on my butt.
Well, you got knocked out. That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not nothing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I got knocked out.
It's kind of a full like when people get in a drunk driving accident and don't get hurt because they're so limp.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like a drunk driver situation.
It was fucked up. Yeah, is what it was.
Full noodle.
It was after my injury. After my injury too, I got like 2 or 3 clips after my injury, and then I went there, did that, and then got smoked. Waited a couple hours, and we went over to the fucking UCI, and I jumped up the set and manualed the set or whatever. Like it's like a.
What about the iconic snowboard spot, the sea ledge in Big Bear, and the sequence where you wall ride? That I don't think I'd seen anybody do that on a dirt bike before.
No,
definitely.
No. That I mean, fucking. It's another homage situation. It's a snowboard spot. Like, you know, it was, you know, people were familiar to it from my side of life. You know what I mean? Like people know me or like whatever it is. They're gonna watch it if possible, and they'll just be like, "Oh shit." Fucking, you know, skate, snowboard, you know what I mean? Like the Moto dudes are like, oh, what? They don't know what the fuck's going on, to be dead serious. You know, some are kind of started to pick up on things, but they don't know that kind of shit, you know? It takes a lifetime to know the streets. I know that for a fact. You can't just go, you know, I have like a wisdom to it, and I know where to like sit and stand and understand and why I need to go here, what time, and you know, people just like, oh, dude, you don't get caught. I'm like, no, because I know when to go and not go. You know, it's like you can't really do things. That's what I try to explain to people. I'm like, it kind of takes a lifetime to understand the streets, dude. Like you can't just go and snowboard a spot or moto a spot and not understand what's going on around you. You know, like. It doesn't take much to figure out, but still it does. Experience really shows.
It's two different worlds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Except for Meyer doesn't believe in the orange vest. That's the only thing. Are you still not an
I don't
orange
back
vest guy?
the orange vest.
Have you ever, I was always big on the orange vest. If you
This
pull
is
up,
an Andy Wright thing.
if you pull,
the orange vest.
if you're doing sketchy shit, like you're hitting a roof or something, you put the orange vests on, and people are like, "Oh, that's a construction worker. You're good."
Yeah.
But Meyer has always been anti-orange vest.
I think some people took it too far where there's people are snowboarding with the fucking orange vest.
No, you don't want that. You want to snowboard with
yeah.
the vest on.
Silly.
I agree.
That's silly.
So
That's silly.
But that's shit they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you that in school. They don't put, hey, you're going to denob a rail? Put a hard hat on and an orange vest, and people will think you're a construction worker. They're not teaching you that in English class.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, this is kind of the same theory of the dirt bike at a street spot. People just, it's so absurd. They assume you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, they're like this. They must have a film permit.
Yeah. Dude, there's no way this guy is riding up the fucking Hollywood High set without a permit.
Yeah. People are in such shock. By the time they even dial the number to call the cops, I'm already done and over with. You know what I mean? If I can't get it within like a couple that's another thing too, is like I sit there and fucking just like get it super dialed. A lot of that shit's like first, second try. Like
Except for a Manny trick, when you go nose Manny Staples, that's a Manny. Dude.
Well, this is just the beginning though, right? Like,
yeah, but Staples mostly got away with that because it was COVID. There was no one on the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was one security guard, and he was like, that was the sickest shit ever, but you can't do that no more, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, fuck, I don't. Like, it got away with the thing with the COVID, where when I wheelie the roof and smacked the wall afterwards, like, that was during COVID too. Like, you know, like
Nobody was around. Yeah.
No one's around. You know what I mean? You can get away with some shit when you're like in some shit like that, you know?
But now you got the e-bike, right? Are you on a Stark?
Yeah, I'm riding
So you can
Nigel Stark right now.
You can sneak around on that thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like weird.
Is that cool or not cool in Moto?
I don't know. I can't talk shit on it. I feel like it's a whole different thing. Like it's like a different riding. Like, you know, that was I was explaining to you with like riding two strokes and shit. Like this thing has a back brake on the left and the right.
You don't have a foot brake?
I mean, that one doesn't. You can get foot brakes on it. That's Nigel's bike. If it was mine, it'd be a little bit different. Suspension would be set up different. Everything would be set up differently. But fucking the braking is crazy because I can stand on the balls of my feet, and I'm so used to like traversing one leg into the other side to take cover of the right side, so I could float my foot from the back brake to the back to balls of the foot. Yep. You know what I mean? So I learned that. That's like a technique of mine that I didn't even know I had until I rode that fucking bike, you know? Because I'm like reaching for something there. I'm like, well, there's nothing there. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You know, I'm back on balls of my feet where I'm just like, I feel like it's almost better to like riding standing up. Like it's a slot car, you know, those slot cars, you know, like they hit hard and
you got a lot of power on the bottom.
it's weird, but it's like if it's not enough or it's too much.
It's twitchy. The throttle's really like
it's really weird, and it's heavy. And it feels light in the air because so much gyro. Like people are gonna be doing late backflips for sure, like guaranteed. Like you know, like RC cars and be like, and you like fucking. Spin.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like lock it back up, dude.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Good analogy.
100%.
Because that's why Patrick Evans is not that he could do a good whip on a 450, but those whips are crazy.
Those are fucking ridiculous, dude. Like it's almost like that's breaking physics because of that. Like I mean, technically you can't even do it that big on especially a two-stroke. You know, like
because
just
there's so
tweak
much
it one
more
way and
power.
then
gyro.
Yeah,
back the other,
because
yeah.
that's why I always asked. I remember I asked Bierman, why don't people do best whip on a 250F? And he was like, oh, it doesn't have enough power for the gyro. Like the more power you have, the more you can. Like the RC car is such a good analogy.
I'm not used to that throttle shit in the air too. Like I came from two strokes to where it's like you panic rev and stuff, but like when I throw whips, I kind of like I do everything at the bottom and whatever comes off the top, and I'll have a couple little barks in there, but you'll never hear me in the air. I've just never been like that. So if I I mean, a couple times you kind of have to, like a little bit here and there, but like when you get to
sideways.
when you get like J hook it, like when you hook it up to the top, you kind of like bark it, like and you pop my clutch or do like a little bit of something. But like I use like the engine braking in the air to get the dip in the nose. You know what I mean? some people try to get the whips all crazy and they're not even like, they're just hucking it. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it has like an original flow. And it's like, they're not like saying that it's not gnarly or anything. It's just what I grew up as, like, is that authentic look, you know? Like, it needs to have that, like, I'd rather it look cool, like solid and perfect than like big and upside down and tweaky and all weird. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing that's crazy now, though, if you go to the streets with an e-bike, you are quieter than a skateboarder.
Totally.
Like, you're just...
Yeah.
You can probably get away with all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm excited to try to dig in a little more with that. Like, I can do shit at night, you know? Like, I could light up a spot and not be like, you know, waking up a whole neighborhood and shit, you know? Like, it's kind of sick. Like,
Generator's louder than the bike.
Yeah. Totally. And like, no, dude, that electric bike's a whole different thing. Like, dude, Patrick has got that shit. So he throws the perfect style whip, but on that thing, like what I'm talking about, ideally, you know what I mean? Like, if you like Hansen's like original whip, like he has, that's why everyone goes back to that. Like, they always post that X Games clip of him, you know what I mean? Like, he had the sickest, most proper whip to where it's like maxed out of like properness, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you got fucking, you know, Patrick's fucking throwing them and you can hear that bike in the air. But like, it just, you could see it just cutting in the air. Like, the bike's, I mean, motherfucker's upside down inward. Like, like, it's like when you just play with your dirt bike toy when you're a little kid. Like, I didn't even whip that big on a toy dirt bike. Like, what? That is some serious shit, dude. Like, he really did fucking break barriers on that one. I've got to give it to him.
So we got some clips. How's the footy stack looking? You're going out with Meyer today?
Yeah, we have a couple of spots lined up. Hopefully things go well. You know, I mean, never know. Just try to go with what's there. It could be really good or it could be really bad. Who knows? I mean, that bike's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty stoked on how it all works. I got enough time on it to understand like the throttle and everything, but it definitely has a different, like, these spots I'm hitting, I'd rather have my 450, if that makes sense, or more time on the start.
More in tune with your 450.
I'm more in tune with the 450, and just like if I had more time on the like Stark and like really got to like go like jump the hills, like the jumps I make in the hills, like, and like really like flow this thing and see how it fucking really flicks, I'm sure I can get it down.
We could take one of Chris's. He's got like 20 of them.
I got 2 dirt bikes.
Yeah,
and a pit bike. Yeah. We go do some 30-minute motos. So I'm more like he.
Let's get you in the streets.
I ride like he did when he was 10,
street spot
dude.
on a snowmobile.
Yeah, I'm more in Mulford's 10-year-old phase where I'm working on corners. I need to get your dad out there with the stopwatch and start yelling at me. That's where I'm at.
I'm good at teaching too. I can help you out on that one.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bumhole listeners? My name's Mila. I'm here with Nidecker Snowboards for the Nidecker Need to Know competition. Each episode for the rest of this year, we'll be giving you the chance to win some sick prizes, including gear like the Rift Women's Pro Boot. I love this one for its mid-flex. It's super responsive, yet super comfy straight out the box. So, if you want to win, head to the Bumhole's Instagram, find this week's guest photo, and comment the answer, what is your must-have in a snowboard boot? We'll be picking our favorite answer, so get commenting, get amongst it, and hopefully you'll have some gear sent your way. Cheers.
All right, we're going to take a quick intermission here to talk to you about our good friends over at Pub Beer, who just happen to be the official beer of questionable decision-making and cheap fun. That's right. You heard it here first. Whether you're just having a couple, maybe you're watching the game, Pub Beer's a great option. Cheap fun. Maybe you need 50. Did you just get dumped? Pub Beer's got you covered. Cheap fun every time. Pub Beer.
I got a big topic that is, I think, really interesting, and I would love to hear you talk about the debacle when you were in the UK and what unfolded and how it impacted your life.
Oh, man. I was freaking made a poor decision. I had like a thing kind of lined up for like my brand to go out and like, there's this guy freaking from Converse, like he like had me lined up with him out in Paris, and then I had like a couple bikes lined up out there to try to get some clips as well. But like it wasn't 100% guaranteed for me to go do that. But within this time, this dude hit me up to try to make me some money, and I went with it. You know what I mean? And I was like, fuck it, whatever. I got nothing going on for myself right now. Anyways, who gives a shit? I'm gonna try to make some extra cash and try to make this happen for myself. you know, this is the kind of things that like fucking, what I was trying to say, like motocross and snowboarding kind of saved my life because like you start to pick choice, make wrong decisions like this, you know what I mean? And I had made a decision to go try to fucking import a bunch of weed. And, you know, I got a little bit in and I got stuck there. And the people that were lining it up wanted me to bring a girl that I barely even knew. And I was there for 4 days trying to get these bags back, but the girl was psycho on some shit and had them under her name. She left. I got the bags delivered back to the hotel. They called her, but since she was on some crazy shit, they fucking brought the bags back to the airport. And I'm like, fuck, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I almost got away from this. I'm like, I'm never doing this. I'll never do this again. I hate this shit. Like, it was the worst 4 days of my life, just walking around back and forth in London, dude. Smoking cigarettes, fucking drinking. I was fucked, dude. And and then the next day, same shit happened again. I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked, dude. Like, I got to go turn myself in. Like, I can't just try to leave the country now. Like, I'm guaranteed we'll get stopped at a fucking gate or something, and then I'm fleeing the country. And so, and since she had that fucking name under her thing, I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna go act stupid and see what I can do. Left my fucking passport, left my bags at the hotel. Pull up. I'm like, if they let me through without my passport, I'm fucked. Because I'm like, they want me. You know what I mean? They're not like, it's not like, hey, no, you gotta get your passport to come get these bags. You know what I mean? No, they're like, no, like, get them in here, like kind of shit. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? So I walk in, they surround me, fucking 6 of them. They're like, oh, we'll take care of your bags. I'm like, oh, cool. Just acting super stupid. Walk into the room and they're like, I saw the bags and I'm just like, shit. And I'm like, don't even act like I see them. They're like, oh, those are your bags. I'm like, those are not my bags. Dude,
so you're bringing weed through the airport.
Yeah, what's in these bags? Give us
100 pounds of weed.
Holy shit.
Through the airport.
No, I went to Houston. I flew to Houston with it first.
Man.
Started in Houston.
Jesus, Malfs.
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore.
You just check it or is this carry on?
You put it in a board bag? What are we using here?
3 big ass fucking, you know, traveling bags. So, you know, like, as big as you can get. There's like, you know, they fucking compress them, whatever, you know. I don't even touch any of that shit. So I was smart and like, I didn't have any fingerprints. I fought the shit out of it. But the fucking system out there was so crazy and the people didn't give a fuck about me. And then everyone in my, like on this side of the world of my family and shit were fucking obviously losing their mind. But they had no answers for me because I'm a foreign national in a fucking different country that they've never even been to. And then I'm in a country that have no idea what to do for me because I'm a foreign national there and they have a whole different rules. And the fucking lawyers there sucked. They didn't give a shit about me. And
you got a public defendant, basically, right?
I had a public defendant. I had a solicitor at first. The guy was a fucking crook. Yeah. The guy was a crook. And I found out really quick. I was just super in tune. Once I got by myself and I was like, really, you know, something. And fucking, you know, there was this guy in there that had a guitar. And he was an old heroin addict, like ex-heroin addict or something. But he needed sugar. So I would give him sugars to use his guitar. I'm like, yo, please let me play that fucking thing, you know, I fucking do something, you know. And then this is when I got from the induction wing to like a single cell for like
in prison.
This is fucking UK high max security prison, 24/7, only an hour a day, dealing with dirty motherfuckers, you know. I didn't have to deal with no race shit. It wasn't racist like in that in there. There's no like, there's some homos, but there wasn't some like rape shit. Like it wasn't like that. So I didn't have to deal with those ends, but it was more like dealing with like, you know, people were like, everyone's got knives, everyone's, you know, sketchy as shit. But I was able to, you know, get away with some shit and, you know, got some respect in there and, you know, everyone's fucking had my back at one point, you know, but I went from this one wing, it was an induction wing, and they bring you to like another wing. And then like, I asked for a single cell because I'm like, I can't, because in the induction wing, they had people in and out all the time. So I had like fucking 6 different roommates before I even got to my own room. So I was losing it. I was like, dude, I can't stand all these fucking meeting more nasty ass people. This is disgusting. Like most of them are like poor and homeless and they want to be in there kind of shit. Some of them just love it because they have nothing better to do, so they like enjoy it. I'm just like, how do you enjoy this shit? But like, you know what I mean? And then I got to this other wing and the guitar thing, blah, blah, blah. And he's like seeing me stress out on shit. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to fucking do because of the first 3 months, they're trying to tell me I was going to get 10 years. I'm like, fuck, dude, my life's over. I'm like, I'm done, dude. Like, no way. But I'm like, they have no proof. Like, there's no fingerprints. There's nothing on my phone. There's nothing. They can't. I mean, I'm gonna fight this shit. Fuck it.
So they don't have like footage of you. Didn't ever have possession of the bags.
I did, but like, they had me go from Houston, and then they had like a setup to where I went to Germany, and then I didn't touch the bags there, and then Germany to fucking London, right? So I get there and I get off the bag and I see those 3 bags and I only grab the one because there's cops around. I'm like, I'm not gonna look like a sketch kid. I had the girl with me and make it look like a Euro trip, you know, whatever. So I fucking got out of there. I'm like, whew. So I called the guy, he picks it up, whatever. I was waiting for the other bags and I was supposed to bring them in. So I got a little bit in and not the rest out, whatever. And yeah, so basically, you know, with all the fucking with the judges and everything, they're fucking cornering me, interrogating me super heavily, bribing me, fucking kicking my fucking ass. Like, you know, I'm doing everything they could to try to get me to snitch. And I'm like, I have nothing for you, dude. Like, I have nothing to like really, you know, like, what do you want me to do? Like, you guys can threaten me all you want, but I have nothing to tell you because it's not going to fucking matter anyways, even if I did or didn't. But like, it was just like, and I know it was just a lot of work, and they're like, you're getting 8 years, you're getting 10, 15 years, 10 years. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to these lawyers, and I'm like, I don't believe it till the fucking the door hits the knob, you know? So I like, that guy that was giving me the fucking guitar, he's a pretty smart guy. He was in there for a long time, even though he's all fucked up, whatever. Still was cool as shit. And he was like, dude, read this book called RTAW. So I picked up this book from the library, the only one there. Fucking thank God I could even get a hold of it. This book's fucking like 4,000 pages thick. It's about Bible paper, like thin, small writing, 6 strings, right? So it has every act from like Europe to UK. This is before, I mean, still the rules still applied before it turned into British because they separate it from Europe to British, whatever it's called. And then I started reading my act. And then and you'd get to a certain part of the act, you have that string, so you put one string in, it would tell you to go to this other part of the book. You got to read this part of the book and this part of the book, 6. And I just studied that every night. Just read. I was reading a bunch of other books and like doing a lot of journaling and writing, which helped me a lot mentally, you know. Like I got to really got to fucking see who the hell I was more than anything, you know what I mean? I have so much confidence in my own self now to where I'm like, you know, hey, I know when I'm wrong, you know, I know when I'm right, you know what I mean? I'm stubborn still, but like I'm still like really optimistic of learning shit, like especially with this shit, because like when I got to a point where like, damn, I'm fucking digging deep. I didn't even know I had this type of intelligence where I can really fucking understand what the fuck's going on. I could be a guy. I could be a lawyer there. Like I could be a lawyer for this shit that I just went through. Shit, dude. Like it's like I really could, but there's no point. It's all worthless knowledge for me now because I'm not allowed back ever again. But it's just so like when I read all that, you know, I'm telling the fucking little solicitor, which is public defender. They call them barristers and solicitors. They wear like wigs in there and shit. It's weird. It's a trip. I was living in a chessboard, bro. I was like fucking playing chess for fucking 7 months. So the first 3 months, I'm thinking all this time. So I'm talking to these guys. I'm like, hey, this is how we're gonna handle it. Like, I'm a foreign national. They're gonna fucking deport me if I have over a year, and if I have over 2 years with the amount of weight and this, that, and the other. I have to deal with some problems at home. And if I take them to if I take them to trial, I'm fucked. You know, because even if I do fucking like pass by it and it's good, I'm still stuck here for 6 months.
Yeah, big business. Yeah.
So, and then I'm still stuck here for 6 months till my trial date. So there was like a discount there. Like if you go guilty in the beginning, you get 33% off of your sentence. Or you know, that's what's such a giveaway. Like what? Like you just okay? Like what sentence are we talking about? You know what I mean? So I was like, this is fucking so weird, the system, you know. And then you went for a couple while, then you get 25%. So I milked it and tried to do all this shit, and I even tried to like, get bail and try to fucking like my homie tried to get me a boat and tried to get me out of there. Like, dude, I was losing my mind, bro. Like my parents losing my mind. I was like, it was just too much. I'm like, I look at myself every day, like this is where I ended up. Like this is nuts, dude. Like
yeah.
So you get really down on yourself.
You were working in the prison too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was working. I mean, I did anything I could to get in there. Fucking anything I could to get out. I went to every type of church, Bible study. They're like, well, weren't you just doing Christian, now you're doing Catholic, and you want to go do Buddha? And I'm like, dude, I just want to get out of there. That's all I want to do. but I'll do anything I can. I kind of got to experience a little bit of everything, which was kind of a crazy experience myself. But the working was cool. I built all the bunk beds. So I got to get a chance to go through all the prisons and, run into people that like you met throughout. Like, it's weird. Like, you kind of slowly but surely kind of like gained like respect and like awareness there throughout time. But yeah, I told them what's up, and they gave me, and I said, all right, I'm guilty, and I made a plead with them, like, hey, like, what can we do to like make this a little bit easier for me? I'm down to make this easier for you guys and not deal with all the extra money taking you to trial. What do I got to do to actually make this better? Like, and I talked to my solicitor, public defender. He's like, just honestly, you seem like you have a lot of knowledge of what's going on here. She's like, just kind of go off of what you're reading here, because I can't tell you what you can do and can't do at this point. Like, it's kind of against my whatever. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm going guilty. So I go guilty, and she gives me 28 months. I'm like, oh, my heart drops. I'm like, fuck, 28 months. I got to deal with shit at home. And then he goes, yeah, but the 25% discount, you get 20 months. I'm like, holy shit. I walk out there fucking my hand up. Like, I'm here for till October, but at least I'm not here till fucking 2034 or some shit. And I'm like, fuck, dude, holy shit. And then I call my guy. He's like, dude, you know what's crazy? Because the prisons were so crowded out there. It was so overcrowded that like I was in a single man cell with 2 people, and it was just, and people were, it maxed out. Like, they couldn't even get any more people in prison that were in trouble. So they had to wait for people to get in and out. So their main objective was to get the foreign nationals out of there. So I got out of there because I had a 25% discount, and I only had to do 25% of my sentence, because you normally do, all right, 20 months, you do 10 months for good year, whatever, right? But since I was foreign national, I had to do 25, but it took a couple months to get me deported, because the deportation takes forever, and they're trying to get all these people out of there. So like, I went to 4 different prisons. Like, I went to one prison, and then to another wing. I went to 3 different wings in one prison. And then I went to a foreign national prison, which was chill as shit, honestly, because there's a bunch of different people from different countries. And I got to like, I just felt like I was in fucking a resort almost, but for what I was just at, you know what I mean? I had more time out. And the prison before that was like fucking a category C, which I had like a couple more different times. Like, you got 2 times out, like, like 3 or 4 hours out of the day, you got to go out instead of just 1 hour if you're lucky. Because I was in there in the middle of winter, so the fucking guards would never even want me to never even want to go outside, or there'd be like prison fights and crazy shit that would happen. So it'd be only 15 minutes. So you only get 15 minutes out sometimes, and most of the time you couldn't even go outside because it was raining. I'm like, bro, I would yell at them. I'm like, yo, for my mental health, open this fucking door. Like, I'd be out there, it's like raining. I'm like doing pull-ups and bar dips, and I was just looking at me like I was nuts. Just hungry as shit, super dehydrated, just killing myself in the rain, like. And like, the medical system out there is so fucked, because it's like it took weeks just to get anything. So if you got sick or any kind of thing, it was a bitch, bro. Like, I was eating garlic, and I'd like cut up garlic, onions, and hot sauce, and like lime, and just eat that like for like medicine for me to like stay like strong immune system or something,
So how long total were you in?
A little bit over 6 months, pretty much. Like, solidly
6 months.
7
prison,
months, pretty
7
much.
months in prison. Sounds like you had a lot of time to reflect. You talked about journaling, kind of looking within, spending time with your own thoughts, getting to know who you are. You finally walk out and you're free. You're back on U.S. soil. Like, what's going through your mind at that time?
It's been a year now, so it's taken me about 11 months. I had a lot of PTSD and really you know what I mean? And I had a lot of time, like you're saying, I got a lot of time to reflect on me and myself, like where I was and where I was doing wrong, what I've done to, like that shit kind of affects you when you sit there and analyze it. Like, like even me talking about like all the times I was being a little prick, it's like, I'm not like stoked on it. I just gotta like own it, like I'm not happy about me being a dickhead to this person or beating up this person or, like that shit don't make me feel better. You know what I mean? It just is. At this point in my life, I can't let it eat me up, and the best thing for me to do is just own it and just take accountability for my wrongs and fucking learn from there and try to express that to other kids that are younger. And whatever I can, you know? Like, I mean, it was hard for me, to be honest, to get, like, out of it. Like, I don't know. Like, it took me a minute to, like, really, like, understand I'm home, you know? Like, I don't know. Like the first couple months was like blank almost. Like I had my moments where I was me, but there's moments where I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't even know. You know what I mean? I was so confident in myself and so like not involved with this bullshit drama that's going on over here with this bullshit that don't mean nothing and everyone wants this and everyone wants that. One thing that place did show me, and it fucking was a blessing, was we don't need much in our life and we want too much. And that's what our fucking problem is, dude. That's what all of our fucking problem is. If we wanted just a little bit less is just so much more. It's just when we had less, it was so much more. You know what I mean? Like when we were younger, like even for all of us, like when it comes to fucking the smallest shit of just Instagram to fucking Sunday in the Park edits, you know? Like we had, or vice versa, we had to wait a year or too long to watch this video part that had the sickest authentic style that we try to imitate. And we had to wait a whole other 2 or 3, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 years to watch that again and maybe see if we caught up to them. And they have all this secret footage going on. Like it was such a treasure. You know what I mean? Then now it's like, dude, you know, I forgot. I don't even more. All you see is just everyone wants more content, more views, more likes, whatever. Like, dude, people aren't even skating and snowboarding, riding dirt bikes or anything for anything the real reason like they used to be anymore. You know, like no one's really out there like for like, oh, dude, this shit's fucking bettering my life by being out here with the boys, hanging out, fucking vibing out with this dude, you know, having a good ass time, being free, skating down the street, just owning the world, whatever, snowboarding down this fucking mountain, owning the world feeling. You know, everyone's worried about, can you film this? Can you film this? Can you film this? And I'm fucking guilty of it too. Like I've been in that position too, you know? Like when I was moments like when I was fucking like snowboarding and shit, like, and I couldn't, like the edits and like I was a punk and they didn't want to deal with me type of shit. And I would, you know, me and my little brother would just go get clips with each other. Fuck it. We started filming our own video parts together, filming each other back and forth, passing the camera back and forth. Because we both were just like, fuck this, you know? And Anthony was mad loyal to me for, you know, my decisions of how I think it should be going down, you know what I mean? Or like whatever. But besides the point is like, like just less is more. Like I just learned in there that we are fucking all miserable because we all want this, and it'll just never end. It'll just never fucking end. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's like that's the best. Like that's as much as prison was the gnarly. Like I would way rather go to prison than go break my leg like I did. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like when it's be a comparison to like bring that up, like. Bro,
okay.
You know?
2 questions. One, do you feel like that's what you needed in that time?
100%.
Okay. And then
I think everybody almost needs it. But the thing is, bro, the hard part was like the first 3 months. If they were like, hey, you got to do 7 months, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to crack down and like, I got a date. Didn't have a date for 3 months.
Yeah, the
so it was tormenting. Like my brain was fucked.
Like, am I going to be here
just
for
hearing
10
years in your head?
Like, dude, and I like could cry to my mom and dad about it. Like, dude, I'm fucked. You know, like you know what I mean. I'm fucking. I'm not gonna come home. Like this is it. Like,
and the other question I had is when you get out of prison, I think about like what specifically did you truly appreciate?
Freedom, dude. Freedom, big time. And like, you know, I like, you know, I party, I have my fucking good time and shit. But like in there, like I had not the choice to be sober. I had the chance to be sober. And I got the choice when I got that like chance, I got to like really clarity and like it was really powerful. Like I had a lot more in me. I read so much books. I read so much psychology and philosophy, and I read the whole Bible. I read a bunch of Buddha stuff. I read everything you could think of, like, and like really analyze it in my perspective, not what people want me to think, you know? And like that shit like helped me so fucking much. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Would you say exactly right there? Because I'm kind of. I
was just asking you what specifically, like, you know, you had a greater appreciation for when you stepped out of prison.
Okay, yeah. For like, okay, that was another thing. So like, I was like, what meal are you going to be stoked? I'm like, dude, honestly, I'll have a Pop-Tart at the gas station. Just get me the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? I'm like, you start to learn to like not think about all the things you need. That's what I'm saying. Like I like manipulated myself. I use deception. as like a positive thing. Like I learned like, oh dude, fuck food. Like fuck, I'll eat. I don't give a fuck, dude. Give me a piece of bread. You know, and I'm stoked on a piece of bread. Like that's what I think. The rich kid, poor kid. Like the poor kid's bummed he doesn't have a piece of bread. The rich kid's bummed he don't have the new iPhone. It's still the same feeling. Yeah. You just got to know where you want. You know what I mean?
There's
like,
a Stoic quote that keeps coming to mind that it's from way back in the day that, you know, and the richest man is not he who has the most, but he who needs the least. And it's exactly what you're talking about. You know, it's just like, we're all stuck in the cycle of, oh, once I get the blank, then I'll be happier. Once I get this and that, and then the person who needs the least is the happiest.
Yeah, because because it's never ending, dude. The numbers never end. That's why, like, even like fuck. I mean, I was gonna bring this kind of up, but like my dirt bikes and shit. Like, I don't need all that fucking cute, fancy shit, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just need some good set. Like, my controls are good, my suspension's good. I got a good fucking throttle control. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'll run that stock pipe. I'll run no graphics. I don't care. You know, it doesn't. But like that's way besides the fact. This is just kind of like an example of what we're saying here. Yeah, just like, dude, I don't know. Just like I kind of like really noticed that like that big time. Like I wasn't really much where I was a kid that needed everything, but like there was moments where like I would go out of my way to go get something that I don't need at all.
100%. Yeah.
And you know, and you're like, all right, cool, I got it. But then you're like, I don't know, just like once I like learned how to like get away from that mindset of like wanting more, like it just made me feel a little bit happier. And like, yeah, like that's what that shit did show me. And yeah, obviously I had a lot of hard times and like PTSD and like weird moments where I felt like I shouldn't be here. Like maybe I shouldn't be in this life anymore. Or like, you know, I've had some suicidal thoughts that made no sense to me because I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I have way too much. I don't know if it's the courage or not enough courage, but I can never like just off myself because I'm miserable right here. It's like I just figured like I got to deal with what's miserable right here so I can better whatever's in my life or whoever comes into my life, you know, to be like an experience, you know, instead of being like run away type of shit. Just no matter what, if you run from your problems, they always just come back. Like they just chase you. There's no running from your problems. They're just sitting there, just fucking face it, dude. Yep. Whatever it is, even if it's like they're going to hurt at that moment and you know it's going to hurt somebody or if it hurts you, at least get it over with. And then later on, let things buff out or whatever it needs to be, you know, like.
All right, I'm wondering, so you got this deal to go to the UK, 100 pounds of weed. First of all, what was the amount of money you were going to make?
Well, if I made it, I got like fucking like 15, something like that, which is still not even enough. But if I got caught, it was even more. But those guys burned me on all that shit. So
you got nothing.
Okay, so question number 2 I have following that up is like, while you were in that moment, did you kind of know where you're like, I probably shouldn't be doing this? Or were you like, are you just kind of in it?
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie. Probably the last 3 months before that was probably the lowest point in my life, I think. I like with Moto kind of, you know, turning their back. I mean, like a lot of people kind of turn their back on me
after Dead Man Walking?
After Dead Man Walking, and then when COVID hit and all the people that had the vision for me, like Jeff Taylor and all those dudes, like when I would go to Fox, I felt like, this is sick. You know what I mean? Like I felt like a cool kid at high school, like, yeah, what up? You know, like it was like cool to go in there. And then I went in there after COVID and everyone was like, their mask on and like, I'm like, whatever, I get it, but like, what the fuck happened here? And then this guy was trying to like cut it off, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude. And then Ryan Marcus and Ricky are like, no, fuck that. Look at here's a timeline. You know, Ryan got the fucking star man David Bowie because he had like all the like, connections with 411 and like Bowie was supposedly, I mean, that's what he told me, that he hooks up artists and athletes for this. He like if it was for Miramax or some shit, that would have been like
it's kind of easy to clear Bowie tracks.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's like it was super cheap compared to what a Bowie track would cost for fucking whatever you know, like
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, right. Like it'd be like a $75,000+ thing, but I got it for I think like $5 or $6 grand, bro. Like,
okay, so going back to the where you're at in your life though, after you were just talking about how you were talking about like making the decision to ship the weed.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, I thought it was just kind of something mellow, and then they like kind of pulled up and they gave me like 3, and I'm like looking at them like, bro, what? I'm like, what the fuck is in here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, god damn. I'm like, and I'm kind of like,
These are gnarly bros too. You can't just bail.
I don't even know him.
Yeah.
I don't even know him at all. It was a third party that
Like
crisscrossed.
trafficking.
Yeah, just like I got like involved because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of all fucked up. I was like not stoked. And this is like after the COVID shit. I kind of lost Moto and no one was like backing me. And I just like went and killed myself for a video part and like dropped the part that, I mean, I'm not like trying to boast myself. I'm like, no one did it like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
groundbreaking.
And it's just like, it is all perspective. It's not like it's saying like the people couldn't. It's just the way like artistically put it together. And just like the first part too, like, and that's what Jeff Taylor saw in me for the next part and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, sorry, get off track of it. But you know, it kind of hurt me, you know, like, and it kind of made me bitter again and like kind of sad. And like, you know, I drowned myself in, you know, drink. I mean, I always got my shit together and stuff. Like, but like, you know, there's sometimes I'll go through points where like I'll drink every day for a couple months. Like, but even if I'm not getting fucked up, at least I have a couple of beers, whatever. Or there's moments where I don't drink at all in the weeks and I get fucked up on the weekends. But like, this is where I'm like kind of doing drugs and doing stupid shit. And I'm like not normal. Like, I'm not me. Like, I'm ready to like kind of like, I don't even care. Like, take me, some things gotta happen. Like, take me to jail. Like, I don't give a fuck kind of feeling. And that was like really bad for like anybody to feel that way. But I'm just being honest. That's where my head was. Like, my head wasn't right. And I only had one person, a person who took care of me in prison too, because he kind of like knew. And I'm like, yo, don't tell anybody, but I'm doing some shit, but don't tell nobody, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna handle this, which I would have totally handled it, but thank God I didn't, because I probably would have kept doing it. That's the problem. Because thought I was slick, and I was slick.
Like, if you hadn't got caught, you'd still be importing.
I would probably still be trying to do it, and then I probably would have got fucked somewhere. You know what I mean? And they would probably would have backtracked from how many times I went here and there and that and the other. Then I would have got really fucked. You know what I mean? And like, the intelligence is incredible. So you know, the thing does happen for a reason. That's why there's something up there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Well, you experienced it when you fucking left your body. You know, there's some mystical stuff going on.
There's something happening. You know what I mean? I mean, it might be, you know, just like journalism or anything. Like, the Bible is cool. That has a great philosophy in it. But like, who knows? Actually, like, I'm not like doubting the Bible once at all. But I'm doubting people that crisscross the shit. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like when I was in there, like I heard shit like, oh, dude, Justin is pushing kilos through Spain and 1,000 sheets of acid and all this crazy fucking talk, you know, like, I'm like, what the fuck are people talking about, bro? Like, and then like, you know, other people are like, dude, no, he was like wall riding the monument, or like, I wish it was that. Well, he's got caught fucking banging the royal family's daughters. I was like, some stupid shit, you know, and people are saying some stupid shit, but like, dude, that shit just shows it's just like, you know, people play telephone and mix shit up. You don't know where it actually goes sometimes. But anyways, there's something there guiding me, like some kind of angel, some kind of life where it's there, you know? Like, I can't even doubt that one bit. Like, I fear God, you know what I mean? Like, whatever the fuck that may be, you know, at the same time, you could be God, you're here, I'm here for you, you're here for me, you know what I mean? We all do it somehow, even if it's bad or good. Someone's teaching you something, like, that's like a one thing, like a fucking like Wu-Tang shit, you know, like fucking they were real into any type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I was really into them and reading their kind of stuff, because they went through all types of, from fucking this to that to black, whatever. And, you know, like one of the things that Riz always said to me, or said, and it caught to me, was that this is obviously in another religion, probably like, you know, whatever, but like God's like a little vacuum inside of our hearts that basically we all are there for each other. That's like, there's a piece of the gods. What's up, God? What up, God? That's why they always say, what up, God? You know what I mean? So it's like, that right there was like, shit, like maybe we are all like on some shit, really, like, dude, pretty crazy, the human body, whatever. So yeah, that shit can go forever. You can go in a fucking rabbit hole talking about things like this, but
no,
you know,
it's super interesting. I really enjoy it personally. I think it's a great topic, and
yeah,
you know where it really the shit that really trips me out too is like when you have a child and you bring life in, and then like my wife's body like feeds the child, like she's feeding the like
with the
you're like, with her. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making life, and you're like your body's feeding her kid, and it's like it's pretty magical stuff when you take a step back and look at it. Where you're, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I don't doubt that there's some highly mystical things happening that are pretty beautiful, and it's cool. You've had some pretty wild experiences that kind of make you question stuff. And
Well, that's another thing too. In prison, like there was times where, like, you know, I'd try to go. You know, I'd go. My mom's full Catholic. You know, Italian. She's a full. You know, but she, like, you know, she doesn't play like the crazy by the book situation. And then, like, you know, everyone's cool, but like sometimes I just feel like super judged by certain religions. I'm not going to say what names or anything. Just like I just went to things in there where I did this kind of Bible study. I went to this church. I went to that church to try this out. You know, kind of see what's up, and then just seeing how people kind of like treated me and how they didn't treat me. Like, and I was just kind of like, like I'm going to do some shit, and like this is kind of not making as much sense as this over here. So I'm like. And it's like, you know, like everyone's going to have their own ways in thinking about stuff. And that's how you get through life. You know, it's just kind of what it is. And that's fine. You know, I'm not even anything to say anything. This is just off of maybes, you know. Like, I'm not pressing on anything on anybody's like beliefs or anything. Because, you know, you can believe in anything, you know. But like believing in yourself's kind of the more key to shit, you know.
That's good stuff. Okay, I'm going to bring it back to snowboarding here. We got a question from Anthony. Here we go.
What's good, Bombhole? What's good, Justo? It's Anthony here. So I got a funny question for you here. We watched a lot of things growing up. What are your top 3 all-time favorite clips in a snowboard video?
Fucking really hard question, but top 3.
You can take your time.
Snowboarding or non-snowboarding or non-snowboarding?
Mostly of them are pretty much non-snowboarding, but. Let's see here. Yeah, like, okay. Oh, dude.
I think I know this one. Well, I think I know one of them.
Oh, I know so many of them. It fucking is just like hard to remember, like every one. Like I was so many, but like fucking funniest ones, like top 3, or we'll include a snowboard clip too. Like Scotty Wick, like number 1, Scotty Wick, like fucking double board side ride through the lake in Tahoe. Boom.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like that shit was fucking all-time legendary. You know, like the first video you watch all the time, his first part, and that's like his ender. It's like so legendary, you know. I think number 2 would be Sucker Punch, fucking Max Weinberger and Scotty Arnold fight.
That movie is a gem.
And then everything prior to in that movie is pretty gold.
Who won that fight? Your opinion?
I think it was like the reason why it's so funny is because like
it's at Mammoth.
They're both my good. They're both my friends, but like Max lived with us, and Max like showed me a lot with like skating and like just like fashion, life. You know, a lot of things about life. Like he was a big brother to me, but like I know him really well, and I've fucking mad fights with him so many times, like so many arguments and shit. So when he got into this fight and like Scotty lit him up a little bit, he like cocks back and goes, "All right, motherfucker, it's on." And they kind of they light each other up, and then fucking whatever. Max kind of got him a little bit in the end. It was just a hilarious thing. But other than that, man, there's a couple of other fun things. One of my favorite non-snowboarding clips is him skiing on your fucking thing over the set after you got 5-0.
Jump in the snowmobile down the stairs.
That was one of my That was one of my favorites ever. I was like, no way. He just fucking, I'm like, you could have just fucking hit the rail almost. I think
that's one that needs a little more, you need to breathe a little more life into that.
You know that
dude, that shit was lit.
So that clip is filmed off the LCD screen.
Yeah, because you lost the
Colton
clip.
Someone
lost
Colton
the clip.
Morgan filmed it and he didn't upload it or lost it. So the only clip we had was right after I did it.
Oh.
I filmed the LCD screen with my phone, and that was just what we used in the video.
Yeah, I remember that. That shit was hilarious. That was probably my fucking top 3. I mean,
solid.
I got fucking so many. I can't think. There's just so much of fucking Chris and like LeBlanc shit and like, you know.
So you like hijinks is what I'm getting.
I'm just purely hijinks. I like.
It's the inner shithead in you that just
That's why you two guys get along.
Yeah.
King shithead over here to my right.
Bling bling.
Too soon. All right, we'll keep it moving. Next question is from Lenny. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, Justo? What's up, Bombhole? So my question here is about our first experience in Japan and kind of what we got to do out there, what we got into, and maybe why you shouldn't skateboard after a 12-hour flight and some beer. Well, I love you, Justin, and you're my hero, always will be, and it means the world that you're my brother. Peace.
Yeah, Lenny, I love you, dude. Oh shit! That was the first time I went to Japan. I'll never forget. I love Japan so much, bro. I was like, I fucking never been on that long of a flight before, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm kind of nervous of this flight. My mom had like a Xanax for me. Popped the Xanax before I got on the flight, and I never like take those things. I can't like I don't know how to handle them, whatever, you know. So I'm like on the thing. I'm just asking for because it's free beers on the way here. I was sick. I know every hour, fucking drinking. I don't even remember this though. I wake up in Japan, and I'm like mind blown. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I couldn't skateboard. Like I couldn't even ollie up a curb because my jet lag was so fucked up. And I tried to like do this line, and I like barely even get up this curb and just eat shit. But brand new skateboard just floats into the ocean. I'm just.
Is this just you and Lenny?
Yeah, it was just me and Lenny, and like we were outside at this trade show or whatever. It was fucking hilarious, dude. And then I know we had some cool things. We got to go around and do shit that I got to hang out with like some families and stay with them, and like the mom was like the older mom and the daughter like they had this like little like restaurant below, and they lived above, and freaking we were going there and eat a bunch of different types of meat, and then we stayed with them. And then, like, mom was trying to get me to marry her daughter, and, and then she tried to make it. And then the mom started trying to make it out with me. I'm like, this is getting crazy. But we got to do some cool shit. We just went up and down the whole place for like 2 or 3 weeks.
That's killer.
Cool.
Just you and your brother.
Yeah, like I mean, Lenny didn't like spend too much. Like we spent a lot of time with each other, but Lenny was always like a smart little kid. Like me and Anthony are like getting stoned skating the fucking ramp. Like he's like watching Discovery Channel and like. Animal Planet and shit, you know, like and like watching snowboard shit and like snowboarding every day, like going to the mountain before us, like pissed off that we're stoned and like, like you know what I mean. So I got to go hang out with like Letty and like we hung out. Obviously, he's my little brother, but like he like it was just me and him. You know what I mean? I had like 3 weeks of just never leaving our sides, like going and just, you know, like dancing with chicks and you know just having a good ass time. It was cool. You know, that was the first time we got to really like experience each other on a real end.
All right, we're going to get into hot takes. It's a staple of the show. I think we keep it snowboard or maybe some snowboard and moto, but we'll keep it moving. So who is your greatest of all time, both male and female in snowboarding? We'll start with that.
John Cardiel.
God, good answer.
Great answer.
All hail Cardiel.
Female?
I like Jill Perkins.
Sick. Okay, what about who's the greatest of all time in moto?
Damien Bradshaw.
Oh shit! In moto,
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, he was G as fuck. Glenn Helen, dude.
Yeah, he was just badass full. He was just core or Mickey Diamond. You know, these dudes are just core to the bone, fucking rider. They're riders. You know what I mean? Like they could be in any shit shape. Form ever, and they'll still go rip. You know what I mean? That kind of.
So they race or they jump? They
Damien Bashaw's an old school racer.
Sick.
He's still doing stuff for Yamaha now. He's like back on the.
Yeah,
bike.
I mean, whatever. You know, just like he's always one of those dudes that stood out. I was like, this guy's a shit. You know what I mean? Like, and he would jump some gnarly shit. Like, I don't know. He was just one of those dudes. Mickey Diamond was sick because he kind of was like the beginning of stuff.
Okay, would you consider snowboarding lifestyle an art form or a sport?
Like art, I like to consider it art. When I'm snowboarding, it's art. When I'm around it, it's a lifestyle.
Yep, cool. Who's one of the most underrated snowboarders in your opinion?
Shit, dude. There's some fucking really crazy good kids actually. Tyler Lynch.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Fucking great answer. God damn.
Super underrated.
That is a great answer.
It's too good.
All right, steel or powder?
Steel.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, who's got your favorite style ever?
Justin Benny.
Amazing. Moto?
You know, like a super sick style was Ezra-esque. He was one of my favorite styles when I was like younger. He wasn't the fastest, but he always looked like, he was like a handy.
All right, who's got the best method, or your favorite method, I should say?
Noah Slasnik.
Damn, good answer. What's your favorite snowboard video ever made?
Chronicles of Gnarly.
Holy shit. Yes.
That's my favorite.
A cult classic. Yeah. Wow. Shout out Lane Knack for that one.
Lane Knack.
I think I got, at my parents' house, I have a DVD box of like 60 of them just sitting in a
No
box.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, get one of those.
I'll send one out your way. What's your favorite board graphic ever made?
I actually love the Noah stuff a lot. Like, honestly, because kind of Bradshaw got me fired up on him so hard, like when I was younger. And then like Cardi else, he didn't really, I don't know what graphic he had. He had some.
I mean, Salaz had some iconic graphics.
Slaz had the sickest ones with like the fishes and shit like that. Like I just loved that. That looked so cool because like it's all bone, so it's like boning. I don't know. Just
That was a brushy board, wasn't it?
Was that a brushy board?
Slaz had the skate deck.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm mixed up. Yeah,
Yeah,
brushy.
take that back.
Brushy, take that back. The brushy one's the fucking
Fish.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
What else we got here? You go heliboarding 3 people, just good times, wiggling through some powder, no cameras. You got 3 seats. Who's going in the heli with you? Hypothetical, you can bring anyone. I'm just going to say Young Dolly brought Mike Tyson. Somebody brought Charlie Sheen, I think, too, but I'm not trying to influence your answer.
Well, I ain't trying to die, so I'm trying to pick the most experienced guys. You know, fuck. I would like John Jackson. Right, we got that right. John Jackson, someone like that. I mean, those guys, man. I've never done heliboarding, so I'm fucking. You know what I mean? I don't know, to be honest. Travis Rice, those guys got that shit down.
John Jackson, Travis Rice, or you got one more seat.
I'm bringing Anthony with me.
Yes.
Poor Lenny's flying. Lenny's flying the bird.
Yeah, where's Lenny?
Sorry, Len. No, I'll bring Lenny, Anthony, and Trav and Jackson. That's it.
Okay, that's 4, but we'll take it.
No, well, no, Travis Rice is out. We're out.
Oh, Travis got kicked. Travis got booted?
Sick.
All right.
I take my little brothers and one
That'd
guy
be
that knows what he's doing.
Hell of a good time. All right. Dream sponsor, anything in the world doesn't have to be in the action sports world. Could be Walmart. I'm just throwing a random example out.
Home Depot.
Yep, that's a great answer.
Home Depot would be sick.
Yeah, get some plywood, some power tools. You know,
I mean, if you
get plants.
Yeah, exactly.
I just walk in there like,
Just
fuck.
get a bunch of plants.
Yeah.
Build whatever you want for free.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good answer. Okay, last question. Worst trend. What's the worst trend?
Not being yourself. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. You don't match with you, don't match it.
Good answer. All right. Well, what's going on these days for Mulfs? I know you got a brand. Love to hear you talk about it.
Yeah, I got MIDSHRALP. For the people that don't even know what that means or what that sounds like to people, because a lot of people can't really even say the word shroud, but it's middle of shrouping, middle of killing it, middle of like living your life the best to me. But like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a surf skate lingo that we've used, and snowboarding. That, you know, if people are just overly exaggerating, saying shredding or ripping, it turns into the mid-word shroud. But yeah, basically made it just to kind of have an expression. I actually got you guys some shit right here.
Yes, we got some patches, Meyer.
Patch Myers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something that I had building up really well until I got locked up, and I was like sponsoring all these little wheelie kids and shit, and like it was starting to crack off. Like when I got locked up, I had this event going on. I was supposed to make it back before the event when I didn't, but my friends took over on the whole thing, so it was cool. But it was like kind of wanted to just like is this just a way for me to give back? And it started from learning how to kind of run shit through fuck Mulfs. And then when I got kicked out of whatever, it kind of showed me how to think. But the word fucking Mulfs, it just doesn't work with like.
Tough to scale, Brand.
Yeah, you can't really.
Zoomies ain't gonna pick that one.
No, Zoomies is not into that one. Yeah, so like MIDSHRALP was, doing really good, and then I got out, and I did good with it. Made a couple of events and did some shit, and then there was supposed to be some shit that was going on with Zoomies, but they kind of fucked me up because I made like this huge thing, so like this huge catalog of stuff, and it kind of set me back. And I was like, dude, I'm not making any money off this right now. I'm like kind of fucked, you know what I mean? I need to figure out something how to make some money actually, and like have a hustle. So I started an external cleaning company at home. And I power wash houses, and I own this business called Curb Quality Power Washing. And it's kind of keeping me on my feet really well right now because I'm able to kind of like use my old self and bring it into other people. And it's good money, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that need it, especially, but it's a seasonal thing. So I needed to kind of make a little bit of money to get my other shit back going. And now I'm like really working on MIDSHRALP again, but like doing it proper and like not just coming out and doing some super generic shit. And, you know, whatever it has to be, whatever it turns into actually being, I'm going to always use my little guy, and I call him Sharpino. Like,
who drew this?
My buddy Lumusia, he's from Chile.
Sick.
He's a really good artist. He's basically on board with me big time. Like, I have like a new guy that's coming out. He's a big graffiti kid. So like when I was in prison, I kind of like wrote a book because I wrote so much, whether it was journaling or fucking ideas or figuring things out. And right now I'm trying to write this book to make this comic, but the comic's going to start from the middle of the book. Like the comic number 1 would start from the middle of the book where it's like spicy, and it's about it's about a broken home and people that, you know, rough and tough times that kids may need to hear or kind of like use. So that's kind of what I made my brand for, is to give back. And this is a really good way to give back. If I could make it, pull off this how I want and like do a cartoon out of it or whatever, this is an idea. I have the whole baseline wrote down. I have all the characters written down. It's basically taking everyone in my life and putting it in a bottle and squeezing out a character. And like, there's a little bit of mixture of a little bit of everything from whatever. So that might take some time, and that's cool. But I mean, I got a couple of things just like merch and do some like events and stuff. But the muscle of everything right now is just my external cleaning company. It's an honest business and makes me good money, and you know, it keeps me afloat. And you know, I'm planning on making it bigger and bigger. I got all the businesses licenses down. I'm learning all that kind of stuff. It's all really foreign for me. So all that kind of like business aspects kind of cool for me to learn while I have my time to do it. And there's a couple of things I want to do out of it. But like, it's pretty good, you know, like I wash houses, roofs, I got buddies that do windows, so I'll call them and they'll subcontract the windows, and you know what I mean? It's just kind of like a cool little mixture, and it keeps me underground and kind of keeps me able to do a couple of things I want to do, you know? And like, and it's just like, even to go ride and stuff. It's like, now I get to go ride and be like, I do this because I love it, you know, and I'll have to like listen to nobody's shit, and it's cool. Well, like, I mean, I would like to make some money off of riding and not have to worry about going power washing houses, but like, you know, that's just the way it is. Like,
based out of where?
Huntington,
yeah,
Orange County.
Anyone in Huntington,
Orange County, whatever.
Hit them up.
Yeah, let me know.
And also, and I was on the MIDSHRALP website, and I saw you guys got some bags, you got some merch.
Yeah, I made a fucking handful of things. I got these glasses, you know. I mean, They do really well. These actually sell really well. I mean, they're typical, you know, whatever, but they're made well. They got like a polarized on them. I call them sad cans. Shroud all day, cruise all night. Yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, dude, it kind of sucked because like when I was out there and having to come back and like try to revive it was like a lot, you know. And so I'm like, if I do too much, I'll fuck it up. So I'm like, I might as well just kind of sit back and like kind of like do a little bit here, a little bit there, kind of flicker it here, you know what I mean, just to kind of keep it alive, because the character can stay alive, you know. But I mean, I got like pretty good plans with it, but it's like hard for me to like explain the plans without them like other things having to happen first. And
it just seems like a good creative outlet.
Yeah,
a place to put some creative energy, and
yeah,
people can support you, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I got like a shit, like I'm making one-off stuff. Like I would like do like pop-up shops where like, you know, I only make a certain amount of things, and it's kind of cool for me because I can actually do something like I really like to do, and not some bullshit generic whatever, and trying to get as many things out as I can type of thing. So like, you having the external cleaning company gives me that chance to like really work on it as it should be, like how I wanted it to be, you know. And I'm like in the middle of like kind of rebranding it a little bit. Like that character's cool, but like the new character I have is like really like aesthetically like legit, like how I want him to be. Like he's kind of spocked out in that one, but the other one's like all like legit, like he's super cool. So I'm like trying to fucking rebrand that in the right way. It's got like kind of like that graph feel, like hip hop kind of feel, still like kind of from more of my snowboard feeling era. Like, you know what I mean? Like people I could really cope with, because it's like, you know, like the fucking motorcycle world is cool and shit, you know, but you know, I mean, sometimes I don't cope with a lot of those type of people. I mean, even dudes on like Harleys or whatever, like it's cool, you know what I mean? I fuck with it. Like I grew up around it. My dad did it, you know, whatever. But I don't know, just like I gotta go with how I feel with what's right. You know, like I'm like really cultured, and I'm not this one way person. You know, and I gotta realize that. Like sometimes I get stuck in a little place where I feel like I'm not that original me. You know what I mean? I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, no, I'm doing all this other shit. Like I don't need to do this and follow this lead and do that. Like I got all this other cool people in my life that I don't need to like do. You know what I mean? Like whatever. So I mean, the coolest thing is it's just a life and expression for me. MIDSHRALP.
Beautiful. Well said.
Like our slogan's universal to your culture. Like stay universal.
MIDSHRALP.com. What's the website?
MIDSHRALP.com.
MIDSHRALP.com. Check it out. Amazing. Well, I think it's been a hell of a show, Mulf.
Hell yeah.
That was fucking awesome. I was like crazy inspired when you were talking about the less is more, getting out of prison shit. That was some incredible moment. I really enjoyed. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no worries, man. Some true shit.
Meyer, did you have fun?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I love it. Well, who's going to take us out of the show? We usually do a sign off where you kind of say, hey, thanks to the sponsors, thanks to everybody who listens, and then you just kind of wrap it up. Meyer, do you want to take it?
I don't even know where to take it. I don't even know who the sponsors are.
You don't even say specifically. Just like your wrap
well,
up the
I
show.
think you haven't hit one of these yet.
Oh yeah, let's hit it. Yeah, you want to hit a run through a wall?
Yeah, let's run through a wall really quick.
Yeah, let's run through a wall. We got nose strips available too, bombhole.com as well. Check those out. Actually, runthroughawall.com. We just launched our site, so check that out.
We just fucking rip
Just pinch it. Yep, pinch the middle. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, those will get you fired up. Okay, Mulfs, take us out of the show.
Fuck. Oh, holy shit. I don't know. I feel like I snorted it. That was insane. Dude. What the fuck? Well, thanks for listening. Sorry for being a prick when I was a little kid. Hey, you live, you learn. Less is more. Thanks for everything.
Yeah,
love you guys.
Good show.